A new season brings in a new opportunity to start anew. Fans are piling in to the newly renovated Cougar Stadium, hoping for another Tobacco Bowl Classic. It's the 46th all-time matchup between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Historically, the Cats hold a slight edge in wins, but recently, the Tobacco Stick has found a home in Litchfield. Soon, we will find out if the stick will remain in Cougar orange or if the Cats will leave with it painted red. And a good evening and welcome high atop the broadcast booth here at Grayson County High School for tonight's opening game coverage of Cougar football. Sam Gormley and my partner Kaylor Decker with you tonight, the former Cougar gunslinger. And Kaylor, Grayson County, Edmonson County, the Tobacco Bowl to start off the regular season. It doesn't get any better than this, does it?
No, it doesn't, especially.
I'm going to fix your microphone. There we go.
Especially the first game of the year. Start off with a classic like this. It's incredible.
It is the 46th time these two teams have matched up. Grayson County trails in the all-time series 24-21. Looking at very briefly at these teams, Edmonson County last year 0-10. Two of those losses were COVID losses. How are we counting those? 0-8, however you really want to look at it. Zach Vincent is the new head coach. He replaces Ed Smart. He was the former head coach at Edmonson County Middle School and also served as an assistant coach under Kyle Pierce and Nathan Smith, former head coaches. Cats Paws picked the Wildcats 5th in their district in the preseason poll. Grayson County last year finished last season with a record of 4-7. One of those losses was like Edmonson had a COVID loss against Barron County last year, so you could say 4-6 actually on the field. Cougars were picked 4th in the district by the Cats Paws, ahead of Ohio and Muhlenberg, but behind Breckenridge County. Grayson County has defeated Edmonson County 3 straight times. They've never defeated the Wildcats 4 games in a row. We'll find out here soon whether that'll come up. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to both the Wildcats and the Cougars. We will talk to the head coach himself, Brian Jones, and give you Kaylor's keys to victory as that comes up and more right here in the Locker Room Show on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Oh, the stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
so... if you guys want me... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's a fake. Oh!
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Boston Center Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you tonight. Edmonson County enters the game here, obviously no records. It's the season opener. Last year they were 0-8 in games played on the field. And they got a quarterback battle coming in here. Tyler Anderson and Peyton Keith. Anderson won the job, but he is dealing with a little bit of an injury. So I heard he is a game-time decision tonight. So they might go towards Peyton Keith would be the starting quarterback. Neither has, let alone attempted a pass in varsity, neither has even played any varsity. And Kaylor, starting off no matter whether it's Keith or Anderson to start, that's tough to go into your first game against your biggest rival ever playing varsity.
It is. That's a lot of pressure being put on a very young quarterback.
And when you have pressure being put on a young quarterback, you want to rely on your seniors and your running backs. And that's what Edmonson County, they're going to run out here in the wing T offense. So you're going to see 3 main running backs. Michael Mills returns as the leading rusher. Last season, 120 carries for 530 yards and 4 touchdowns. Xander Bass, he had 59 carries for 388 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was an average of 6.6 yards a carry. So he was very efficient when he ran. Jude Clemens is back with the team. He's going to be the fullback for Edmonson County. Darren Alexander also had carries last year, but he also started at quarterback for the Wildcats. They're not going to throw a lot. Only had 14 total receptions all of last season, but again, that's kind of Ed Smart football, is we're going to run it down your throat, so Grayson County fans learned that very quickly. The scoring offense last season for Edmonson County only averaged 13 points a game. They only scored double digits in 4 of their 8 games on the field. Zach Vincent, though, told the Bowling Green Daily News, the new head coach for Edmonson County, that he does expect to throw the ball more this season. Now, that's easy to do when you only threw the ball and completed 14 passes a year ago. That's pretty easy to do and throw the ball a little bit more. They only attempted 45 passes. When you look on the other side, Grayson County attempted 149 all of last year. Defensively, they averaged 37.5 points a game giving up, allowed at least 28 points in every game, and 37-plus in 5 of their 8. Pass defense allowed 93 yards a game through the air. Rush defense gave up 217.3 yards per game on the ground. Grayson County looking to pick up their 4th straight win in the Tobacco Bowl. We'll introduce you to them coming up after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Oh, that stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I wondered if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are getting ready to take on the Wildcats of Edmonson County. Grayson County, the season opener this year, and they're turning towards Hunter Felty as the starting quarterback. He made 4 starts last season. He was 22 of 32, 357 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also rushed for 155 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Kaylor, you know probably Hunter Felty, the quarterback, better than anybody. And in some instances, you might know Hunter Felty, the quarterback, better than Hunter Felty knows himself. How does he take the next step this year?
It's really his decision-making and his confidence. And watching him in 7-on-7, I saw that improve a lot. He actually progressed through his reads. He didn't just pick a receiver before the play. And he had a tendency last year whenever he was playing, if he did make a mistake, which he really didn't make much, but he would put his head down and just let it compound and compound, and that would lead to more mistakes. But he's 7-on-7. You can make mistakes, and it really doesn't matter.
And it also helps when you have a guy like Michael Wood, who is, your Swiss Army knife, however you want to describe it. I've been kind of calling it like Deebo Samuel in the NFL, where he might line up at running back. They might spread him out wide, maybe put him in the slot. You never really know where Michael Wood's going to be, and that's a great weapon to have. Last season, 81 carries for 378 yards, 7 touchdowns. He also had 23 catches for 303 yards and 5 total touchdowns. So he had, if your math is right, about 700 yards of total offense and 12 touchdowns. That is a heck of a weapon, especially when you add in Waylon Bruce, who's a very different runner, but kind of a powerful bruiser, isn't he?
Yes, he is a bruiser to a T.
Your wide receivers that you'll need to know, Jaron Van Meter, he might be only 5'5", but he plays like he's 6'5". A really fun player to watch. But the guy that I got my eye on, Kaylor, Grayson Chaffins, showed some little spurts last year, only had 1 catch, but his dad's a Hall of Famer now. So it's in the blood. How does Grayson take the next step at wide receiver?
He's got to be more physical, and he's got to be a better blocker on the perimeter because a lot of our run plays are designed to get outside the numbers. But he already has that natural receiving ability. He's just got to learn to be able to block because football's a physical game, and he's got to learn to have that.
Hunter Toms is the player that Grayson County is going to look to replace, and I'm not even sure replace is the right word because, Kaylor, you can't replace a 6'3" wide receiver on the outside who had a massive catch radius, and sometimes I'm pretty sure you probably just said, I'm just going to throw it up there, and Hunter's going to get it.
That happens sometimes.
Scoring offense last season for Grayson County, 25.9 points per game. In their 4 wins, though, they averaged nearly 49 points. Kaylor, it's a recipe for success. You score, you usually win.
Typically, yes, but you get it in a shootout. Sometimes you don't.
Team was 6 of 14 on 2-point conversion attempts, but the one thing that stood out a lot is very efficient in the red zone last year. Scored on 22 of 26 trips, but 3 of those misses came in 1 game against Breckenridge County. So really, you look efficient as a whole through, 9 games, you miss only once. That's really impressive, and it's teams that succeed in the red zone succeed long term. Scoring defense for Grayson County allowed 26.3 points per game last year. Pass defense 123.1. Rush defense 126.9. Cougars looking to replace their 2 leading tacklers in Hunter Toms and Cooper Goff. Jaron Van Meter, Michael Wood, Sawyer Drake return as the leading tacklers. Cougars forced 16 total turnovers last season with 10 interceptions and 6 fumble recoveries. And as a reminder, Norman Chaffin's going to be shelling out $50 for every Cougar turnover to the Cougar Booster Program. And he's going to hope that he hands Brian Jones a huge check. And we'll talk to Brian Jones after this and get his thoughts on the matchup, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, build confidence, that show together can. Preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh, that stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
If you guys want me. OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach, the Grayson County Cougars head coach, Brian Jones. And Coach, about a year ago, I asked you a question, something along the lines of 2020. It was a really tough year, everything that your team went through. I think an argument could be made that last season was harder for your team to go through with some of the other things that went on. Combining those 2 years, though, with everything your team has gone through, how has that made your team stronger?
You know, I think just being able to handle some adversity and it's just kind of par for the course for athletics. You know, you never know kind of what's going to happen. Then you throw the 2 years of COVID in there, and really the second year was worse. I think it hit kids harder as far as more positives in youth. And so we saw more kids, you know, being in and out of practice, and then of course, it was longer to come back because as they learned more, there was COVID protocol coming back, and so very similar to the concussion protocol. It took several days for them to kind of pass some milestones in order to be able to permit it back into activity. And so, yeah, in a lot of ways, last year probably was harder than 2 years ago. But, you know, I think it has made these kids pretty resilient and, you know, being able to kind of just roll with the punches. And you know, what we got today is probably not going to be the same. We would like to hope and dream that our lineup will be the same, you know, come the last week of October or at the end of the regular season. But chances are it's probably not. And I think the kids will be more able to handle those changes as they kind of hit us. It's a long, grinding season. We play in a tough district. And chances are, you know, at some point somebody's going to be beat up and banged up, and somebody else is going to have to jump in the lineup and fill their role. So, you know, I think resiliency and just being able to handle adversity is probably the two biggest things that we've gained out of the last couple of years.
Last season, before the season as well, I asked you a question about the definition of success at the end of a year. And I know I was talking with Roger Lush from the Alumni Association. He really loved your answer because you really didn't even mention football in it. You mentioned that really your job is building young men. How does building young men, though, transition to the football field?
Well, I think there's a lot of correlation between A, team sports, but B, football to life for a young man. You know, being dependable, being reliable, being accountable, you know, filling your role and doing that job well. But, you know, and just being a man, you know, that is responsible and respectable and, you know, knows how to treat other people. And those kind of things all happen on a daily basis in a locker room, on a team, and especially football. You know, you beat and bang on somebody for 48 minutes, that's your opponent, and then, you know, you've got to be able to walk across the field at the end of the night and tell them, you know, nice job too. And so I think a lot of that translates into being a good father, being a good husband, and ultimately, you know, to me, my greatest success stories as an adult and a coach is to hear from former players that, you know, just got a great job, just having a baby, getting married, all those things. You know, I remember those things far more than I remember games that I've coached in previously and what the score was and whose stats were what. And the kids will remember those things more as well.
You had two scrimmages. One didn't go so well. One went really well. Now, Hancock County, really good team. Hopkins County, nothing against them. They're not as strong as Hancock. So you can read into that obviously being as part of the reason why there were different results. But what was different about your team in week 2 against Hopkins County?
You know, I think confidence, but I think we played it differently too. You know, week 1, you know, I had made the decision going into the game, our first possession, we were going to throw the ball every down. That's not something we're going to do in a normal game. You know, I'd also made the decision we weren't there to work on our punt team, so for the first 4 or 5 fourth downs, whether it was 4th and 2 or 4th and 22, we were going for it. Didn't care where we were at on the field. So we put the defense in a bind the very first 3 possessions that Hancock had the ball. All were inside their 30 or our 30. So they had a short field in which one of the drives, you know, even though it was that short, defense held them to like 10 or 12 plays and did a really nice job of, you know, kind of holding out, and finally they got one on us after a penalty. But So situationally, just a very different game. Kind of our game plan as coaches very differently than we would handle a normal game. And we changed that in week 2. Everything was live, and so special teams matters. And we approached the game differently and didn't want to, put the defense in a bind and punted when we needed to punt, handled our special teams a little bit differently, even though they weren't all that sound at times. Night and day difference how we approached it. And, like you said, a very big difference in 2 teams there, too. Hancock County, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not playing late into November. And Hopkins County Central had some nice athletes, but lost some really good players, too. And so both very good for us to kind of see where we're at and what we needed to work on. And that was a big thing, I think, about playing Hancock early, too, is they're going to expose some weaknesses. And so that allowed us a week to work on some things before Hopkins County Central. So I think no doubt were we not playing as good a team, yes, but we were a better team as well.
Hunter Felty is your starting quarterback. He got, I think, 4 starts last season. How does he take the next step this year?
I think not being the full-time guy, allowed him to kind of, I guess, probably play a little less nervous and things. So he's going to have to get over that this season. And hopefully those 2 scrimmage kind of work that out of him as, full-time guy now, more pressure. He was kind of filling a role last year, knowing that Kaler was going to step back in at any minute. And I think that allowed him to play really loose. And so hopefully we continue to see that out of him. And he doesn't put any added pressure on himself. He had a great scrimmage last week, 6 touchdowns in 3 quarters. So very impressive. He's deceptively agile and fast. Throws a really nice ball, so he allows us to do quite a bit on the offensive side. And so, I think in order for us to keep clicking and chugging along, we've got to keep him healthy. But, we're going to depend on him to make some plays as well in the quarterback run game and passing and stuff, because we've got a couple of nice receivers in Van Meter and Wood and Chaffins. And so, there will be a lot put on our success on his shoulders, but hopefully he takes the experience from starting some games last year, success in a scrimmage, and comes out and plays really loose.
Edmonson County, obviously, it's a rivalry, and in a lot of ways you throw everything out when it comes because both teams want to beat each other more than anything. They run the wing tee, new coaching staff. What do you know, and how do you pick up the win?
Well, they've got some really nice athletes. Linebackers play tough, some big guys up front. And so, we're going to have to play really sound on both sides of the ball and special teams. They've got some playmakers that can go the distance on you. And so hopefully we've got the special team issues from last week shored up, and so we don't allow any big plays there. And then just to play Cougar ball, grind the ball down and long possessions that end in a score. That's kind of been our identity for the last few years, and we're playing really good football. It's 10, 12 play drives that last 8 minutes and eat up some clock. And so hopefully we see some more of that and win at the line of scrimmage. And, I think we're in a good spot right now coming off the last week's scrimmage. And so, but you never know in these rival games. There's been years Grayson's been really tough and Edmonton's been down and it's been a 1-score game, or vice versa. Edmonton's been really good, Grayson's been down, and it's a 1-score game. All the tricks come out and everything else, and there'll be a big crowd hopefully, and hopefully we christen this new stadium with a big victory.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to the Locker Room Show on K105. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you today as we are under 5 minutes until kickoff. It's time for Kaylor's Keys to Victory as the Cougars take the field here at Cougar Stadium. Kaylor, how did the Cougs pick up a win?
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, they have to get off to a very quick start because especially in a rivalry game, if you stalemate in that first quarter, it gets thrown up a 50-50 coin toss game, and you really do not want that. And it all starts up front for the offense. You got to dominate the line of scrimmage, get that run game going, and that opens up the passing game. Now, on the defense, you have to be physical. If you're extremely physical, that throws off the offense and the rhythm. And I know more than anything, that rhythm gets messed up, that passing game gets extremely screwed up. And do not let their skilled players get into the open field. Their skilled players are extremely quick, extremely hard to tackle in the open field, so do not let them get out there.
Those are Kaylor's keys to the game. The kickoff between Grayson County and Edmonson County is next here on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember,
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
It's time for football in Litchfield, the kickoff to the 2022 regular season. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you on the call tonight. Edmonson County has won the toss. They will defer, so it's going to go towards the orange-clad Grayson County Cougars to kick off this season. Grayson County last year 4-7, Edmonson County 0-10. But when these two teams match up, it doesn't matter what your record is. Doesn't matter if you're 10-0, 0-10, 5-5. You know you're going to get the other team's best shot. The winner will try to walk away with the tobacco stick. Edmonson County off to kick from left to right. And the opening kick is up in the air, and the 2022 season is underway. It kicks kind of into no man's land. The kick is bobbled on the far side of the field. Trying to turn upfield at the 30 is Van Meter. Keeps the legs moving, and he's brought down near the 33 33-yard line, and that is where Grayson County is going to open the 2022 season with the ball. Hunter Felty leads Grayson County out for his 5th career start, 22 of 32 for 357 yards and 5 touchdowns last year. He also added 155 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns. He can be very officially will have the ball on their own 33-yard line. It's good to get a good start on offense, and that's exactly what they're doing. When these two teams met back last year, Grayson County went 3 and out on their first possession. In the gun, will go Felty to start and open the new season. It's a high snap, corralled, handoff to Wood. No, it's actually trick play and throwing down here to the near side, wide open, and is intercepted by Edmonson County. The ball just laid up there just long enough, and Tyler Anderson intercepts it for the Wildcats, and Edmonson gets the ball. Kaylor, who was the player that threw that?
That would be Jaron.
Jaron Van Meter just underthrown a little bit because it was wide open. It fooled the Wildcats, but Anderson, the safety, came in to intercept it. Not what Grayson County wanted to start. Thrown by Van Meter. And Edmonson County is going to have the ball here placed at their own 42-yard line with 11 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in our opening quarter. See if the defense can help out. In the shotgun formation will be the quarterback Anderson for Edmonson County. Right tackle gets away with a little bit of a false start. And in the backfield, he's going to look to scramble as he gets away from one man. He looked to pass. He turns upfield at the 50. 45, down to the 42. Ball comes out. Grayson County comes down, I think, but they're going to say he was down at the 41-yard line. That's a big pickup for Edmonson County of 17 yards and a first down for the Wildcats. Not the start Grayson County was wanting whatsoever. It's Grayson County here as it'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats. They run the wing tee offense. Michael Mills. It's not the wing tee right now, though. This is just straight up shotgun. As Anderson will have Mills, the running back, to his left. 2 wide receivers down here to the near side. As they work from left to right on your radio dial, they're going to hand it off to Mills. He goes up, lowers the shoulder, gets across the 40-yard line, and he's downed near the 39. A 3-yard pickup on the run by Michael Mills. The Grayson County starting defense for the Cougars. Defensive end, Will Scott, Tanner Finley, Matthew Phillips, and Sawyer Drake across the line. Your linebackers of Jaron Van Meter, Waylon Bruce, Colby Chaffins, and Hunter Felty. Your cornerbacks and secondaries, Michael Wood, Mason Carroll, and Grayson Chaffins. It'll be second down and 7 for Edmonson County. Ball placed on the Grayson County 38-yard line. In the shotgun formation, it'll be a handoff again, now turning upfield and diving forward for maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 yards again was Michael Mills on the carry. And it'll bring up third down and long for Edmonson.
Number 24, Michael Mills on the carry for Edmonson.
Mills was their leading rusher last season, 120 carries for 530 yards and 4 touchdowns. They also throw Xander Bass back there, who's kind of their speed back. Bass averaged 6.6 yards a carry during games played a year ago. Third down and 7. 4-down territory presumably for the Wildcats, especially in a rivalry game. 2 to the left, 1 here to the near side. In the gun will go Anderson with Mills, the running back, to his left. It will be a handoff to Mills, right up the middle. Nothing there at all. He's stuffed by the Cougar defensive line, and they might have even dropped him for a loss on the play. Tanner Finley was one of the first men in there, along with Hunter Felty, I think, got in there as well. Great play for Grayson, and now that pulls up 4th down and 8. This is a huge play early on in this game.
You have a sudden change situation. Got to keep the momentum from swinging in their direction.
Kevin Embry, the defensive coordinator for Grayson County, returns after taking last season off from the coaching staff. Calls out to his defense. Mills in the shotgun formation. They need to get the ball to the 32-yard line. 4th down and 7. Ball placed right in the center. He takes the knee-high snap. He'll look to throw down the field and up the seam. He overthrows the receiver, Michael Mills. He had him, and if he'd have caught it, it'd have been a touchdown. But instead, it is turnover on downs, and Grayson County gets the ball back. And Kaylor, for an offense after you turn the ball over, it's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you want your defense to go out there and save you is exactly what you want.
Grayson County will get the ball here with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to play here in our opening quarter from Grayson County High School. Cougars will officially have the ball placed on their own 39-yard line. This time we're going to go in the I formation. It'll be Felty under center, Bruce the fullback, Wood is the deep back with a wide receiver on each side. Felty is going to hand it off right up the right side, diving forward up across to the 43-yard line on the run was Michael Wood, and it'll be second down and about 6 coming up for the Cougars. Give them about 4 yards on the run. 8 minutes and 53 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. They break the huddle, slowly working. Cougars wearing the all-orange jerseys with the new navy blue helmets. We'll show you those in just a little bit. And I like it. With a stripe on the side, it's a good look. I like the blue, switching it up from the white helmets as they usually do. Under center will go the senior quarterback, Hunter Felty. He will hand it off across the far side. Wood gets across the 45-yard line, still on his feet, but he's going to be slung down at the 46. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that'll bring up third down. The Grayson County offense for the Cougars, your offensive line: Sawyer Drake, Weston Green, Tanner Finley, Michael Sturdivant, and the right tackle is Will Scott. Your quarterback, of course, is Hunter Felty. Backfield, he'll be joined by Waylon Bruce and Michael Wood at times. And your wide receivers you'll see throughout the game: Grayson Chaffins, Jaden Kinney, Jaron Van Meter, and you also see Winston Woosley in there at times for the Cougars. It'll be third down and about 2 for Grayson. Ball placed from their own 46-yard line. It's one of those, it's a long 2, a short 3. I like to call it 2, though. Under center, it's the I formation again for Felty. He will hand it off up the near side, turns upfield, first down and more across the 50-yard line, down to the 45. First down, Cougars on the run by Michael Wood. Wood gets 9 on the play, and that is enough to move the chains for the first time in the 2022 season. Grayson County coached by Brian Jones. He is in his 3rd season at the helm of Grayson County, previously the head coach at Todd County Central. 9 overall seasons as a head coach, 21-60 is his overall record at Grayson County, though he's 9-10. If you ask him, though, he's 9-9 because he doesn't count that Barron County loss.
I don't think none of us do.
I don't. The KHSA does, and I don't know. We can read into it how we want. 7-11 to play here in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Felty again in the I formation, a wide receiver on each side of him. Bruce is the fullback. Wood is the deep back. It's a handoff to Bruce. No, it's kept by Felty across the near side. He's got a lot of space to work across the 40-yard line, and he's brought down high by Tyler Anderson. And also in there in the tackle was Jude Clemens, and Felty just a little slow to get up, but I think he's okay. And I think Felty probably one of those kids that you're not going to take him out of this game.
No, you're not.
Give him a pickup of 7 yards on the triple option keeper by Felty. And it'll bring up second down and short for Grayson. Brian Jones delivers the play call to his senior quarterback, Felty, and actually he delivers that one to Michael Wood, who's going to join into the huddle. And after not a great start for Grayson County on offense, the offense starting to move the ball and kind of get back to what they want to do. 6-17 to play here in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Under center will go Felty. And now we have a whistle blown and a penalty flag comes flying. I'm not sure if this will be delay a game or what. Let's see what it'll be. It's thrown by the back judge. It is on Grayson County. And the official still didn't give us a signal. They're moving the ball back. Kaylor, did you see a signal from the official?
No, but I'm going to guess it was probably a delay game, and Hunter has to recognize that back judge putting his hand in the air because you have 5 seconds from then to be able to get the ball snapped.
As I say, it's also it's the first game of the season for the officials too. They might have just forgotten to tell us lowly radio people up here in the cheap seats. Felty goes under center. This time it's a handoff right up the middle. Big hole across the 30-yard line and runs right into a brick wall was Michael Wood. I think it was Jude Clemens, the linebacker for Edmonson County, was set up there. And Michael Wood's a big guy.
Yes.
Jude Clemens just sent him backwards. That's a pickup of 11 on the play and a first down, Cougars. Offense starting to move. 6 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. No score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Good crowd on a beautiful evening for football here at Grayson County High School, the newly renovated Cougar Stadium. I mean, game time temperature right now, we're looking at, it says 82 degrees, but it feels pretty nice if you're sitting outside. But we could say that as well because we're in the new air-conditioned press box. It's easy for us to say. Felty under center, 2 wide receivers to the right side. Ball in the near hash, placed on the 32-yard line. It's a handoff near side. Waiting for the blocker is Wood. Turns upfield. The man gets him by his shoestrings. In there on the tackle was Darren Alexander, and if Alexander wouldn't have gotten Wood, he might have gotten 6.
That was a great play by Alexander. He slid under the block and grabbed Michael's ankles.
It's a pickup of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 at the 25-yard line for Grayson County. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in our opening quarter from Grayson County High School. The Cougars have won the Tobacco Bowl 3 straight times. They've never won it 4 straight times in the history of the program, trying to stop that as this is the 46th time these two teams have met up on the gridiron. Looks like some confusion on the Cougar offensive line. Moving back and forth. Felty under center. It will be a handoff across the left side. It is Wood. Turns upfield at the 15, inside the 10, and he's slung out of bounds at the 12-yard line trying to use that sideline. Michael Mills was there to shove him out. Looks like the official will put it down at the 12-yard line. That's a 13-yard pickup and another 1st down for Grayson County. Their 4th on this drive. 4.5 minutes to play in our opening quarter. No score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Chaffins and Van Meter go out wide to the right. Cougars have not attempted a pass on this drive. They're just running it down the Wildcats' throat. Offset formation. Bruce is the fullback. Wood is the deep back. It's handoff to Wood. He comes up the near side inside the 10-yard line down to about the 8 or a 9. And you can give him about 3 or 4 yards on the run. Wood trying to use that patience. And for a running back, Kaylor, that's so important. Patience.
It is, because you have to let the holes develop. You just can't always hit it 100 miles an hour. And if you hit it too fast, the hole's not there. You wait too long, the hole's not there. You have to hit it right at the right time.
2nd down and 6. Ball placed on the Edmonson County 8-yard line. The Cougars are knocking on the door, looking for their first touchdown on this young season. It's the eye again for Grayson. Felty under center. Hands it off to Wood. Nowhere to go. Finds a hole at the last second. Dives forward and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. He didn't have much to go there, and again, I think we talked about this not on the air last week against Hopkins County Central. A 0-yard gain is better than a negative 4-yard gain, because sometimes trying to make something happen just isn't going to work.
It results in worse plays than what you have right now.
This will be the 10th play of the drive for Grayson County. 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 6. Ball placed. In fact, looks like Wood might even lost a yard on the play. Big play coming up for Grayson. Probably 4-down territory, or maybe they'll trot out Jackson Kane. Felty scrambles, and he's blown up in the backfield and slung down on the play by Edmonson County's Nolan Martin. 6'6", 225. And he threw Hunter Felty down like it was his little brother.
That's a big man.
And that'll be 4th down and long. And now this really changes things here if you're Brian Jones. It's a loss of 7 yards. Grayson County needs to get the ball to the 4. So you're looking at 4th down and about 12. Ball's placed in the 16, so you're looking at about a 34-yard field goal. Looks like he's going to keep the offense out on the field. We touched on it. Grayson County last season in the red zone scored on 22 of their 26 attempts. Highly efficient, and of those 26, 5 of them were against Breckenridge County, and they won only 2 of 5 in that game. Felty will pass. It's a screen to Van Meter. He catches it at the 20. Nowhere to go as he turns upfield. Turnover on downs. In fact, it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And Edmonson County ends the Cougars' 12-play drive, and it's a turnover on downs. Wildcat ball with 1 minute and 59 seconds to play in the first quarter. Did you see what happened there, Caleb?
Well, Grayson missed a block on the screen, and those perimeter blocks are so important, especially on screen plays, because if that corner reads it, and if you don't block him, he's just going to blow it up before it even gets started.
It'll be a loss of 1 yard officially on the only completion of the drive for Grayson County. It was the only pass attempt. Anderson in the gun for Edmonson County. They moved the ball well to start the drive, but then stalled. Anderson's going to keep it himself on a read option, and right there he meets the defensive end on the near side, and I believe in there on the tackle was Will Scott. Will Scott did say Anderson came around the corner, and Will Scott pretty much just said, well, hello, nice to meet you.
He did a great job of keeping it tame there.
They are going to officially give him 1 yard gain on the play. 1 minute, 37 seconds and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Still no score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Both teams have moved the ball. Edmonson County had a big gain on their first play, which is very similar to the last time these two teams played. 1 minute and 20 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Grayson County 0, Edmonson County 0. Anderson in the shotgun. Cougars showing blitz. They're going to bring it up. Anderson hands it off. Now he's looking to scramble away from three. Cougars, and a big hit on the far side of the field is laid down for a big loss. Read the play perfectly, came in there and blew it up. I believe it was Jaron Van Meter. He came in there and actually he only loses 1 yard on the play. I thought he lost a lot more than that.
It looked like he did.
It'll be third down and 11 for Edmonson County. 45 seconds and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Be interesting to see here what the Wildcats will do because you're probably in punting territory. Last thing you want to do is go backwards and make it harder for your punter in this situation. 30 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Anderson to pass, three-step drop, steps up in the pocket. He's going to let it fly down the field, and reading it and intercepting it is Grayson Chaffins at the 45-yard line, and Grayson gets his second career interception, and the Cougars are going to take over the ball. With that interception, Sheriff Norman Chaffins is going to pay $50 to the Cougar Boosters Association, and it's nice when son makes his dad break out the $50, and that is an interception. Chaffins, his first of the season, second of his career. 20.4 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Grayson County will have the ball officially placed on their own 41-yard line. In the gun will be Felty. Spreads it out wide. Hand off to Wood on the right side. It was a little read option, and Wood had nowhere to go after getting the ball in there. On the tackle was David Brewer for Edmonson County, and it is a loss back to the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 yards, and that is the final play of the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. We'll take a break and come back. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Boston Center, Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
With the ball to start the second quarter of play here from Grayson County High School. And Kaylor, the first quarter had some good for Grayson, had some bad. But I think that's what you expect in the first quarter of the season.
You do.
Let's see what you can do here to start the second quarter. And as I like to say, it's a brand new quarter right now.
It is.
It doesn't matter what happened in the first quarter. And, I mean, we can really say it's a brand new game because it's still 0-0.
First quarter's over. You got those nerves out. Time to play.
And they're going to go in the shotgun formation. Will Hunter Felty here at the start of the second quarter. Ball placed on the 37-yard line of Edmonson. Felty's going to keep it himself. Slips a tackle in the backfield to the 40, up to the 42-yard line. Give him about 5 yards on the play. And that'll get close to the original line of scrimmage. In fact, he will get 1 more yard, so it'll be up to the 42-yard line. Third down and 9 comes up for the Cougars. This is an interesting play call here. What do you think Brian Jones is looking for?
Right now, third and long, he's either looking for a screen or he's looking for a sit-down route right at the sticks or right past them just to make sure he gets that first down, or he might even be looking for a more manageable fourth down. But knowing Coach Jones, he's not looking for fourth down. He wants to get it now.
He's going to go for the aggressiveness, which I like. 11-14 and counting to play here in the second quarter. Trips to the left side, one here to the near side. Felty rolls out towards that far side, looks to pass, speeds up, throws, dumps it off, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 9 intended on the play for Michael Wood. He tried to slide down and grab it, but just a little bit out of his reach. And looks like the Cougars are going to punt this away. Jackson Kane appears to go back deep to punt this. He is also the team's kicker and also the goalkeeper for the soccer team. He does a little bit of everything. Jackson Kane back deep to punt. Back deep to return is Michael Mills for Edmonson County. A little bit of a low snap. Kane corrals it. Lets it go. It's a decent punt. Has some good air on it, but it goes out of bounds, and it's all going to depend on the spot here to see where this ball will go out. They're going to say at the 35-yard line. So you can give Jackson Kane about 27 yards on that punt, and it will be Edmonson County ball for their third drive of this season with 10 minutes and 58 seconds to play here in the first half. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here on the call on a gorgeous night at Cougar Stadium. The sun looks like it is starting to set along the horizon. It feels very nice. Officially, the ball will be placed on the Edmonson County 34-yard line, first down and 10. Anderson in the gun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver here to the near side. Looks a screen pass. It's a bubble screen over to the far side. It is complete at the 35-yard line, keeping moving across the first down marker up to the 44, and that'll be a first down for Edmonson County. I think it might have been complete to the running back Mills. It was to Mills. So he does pick up the first down to the 44. It's just 10 exactly, and for Edmonson, that's exactly what you want. First play of the drive, you get 10 yards, and now you can turn that into, you've got good field position now, and see if you can't put the first score of this young season on the board. 10.5 and counting to play here in quarter number 1. Grayson County and Edmonson County locked in at 0. Anderson rolls here to the near side, looking to pass again. He's going to have to scramble from 3 Cougar defenders. Now he's going to turn upfield and run him himself. He's across the 45-yard line and runs right into a bear tackle of Waylon Bruce. Down to up to the 47-yard line. He's going to pick up 3 yards, second down and 7. And for Anderson, that's just a smart play.
Yeah, the ends have to do a better job keeping him tamed. That's the third time he's got outside, and it's barely starting the second quarter.
9 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Second down and 7 for the Wildcats. We have a whistle blown. And I think, are we going to have a timeout on the play? It is a timeout. We'll take it with him. It is no score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. 9:49 to play in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
It'll be second down and 7 for Edmonson County out of the timeout. Tyler Anderson, the quarterback, looks to pass. He's going to have to scramble away from 3 Cougars, and he's slung down in the backfield for a big loss. Back to the 40 or the 39-yard line. Multiple Cougars were in there on the tackle. Looks like maybe the first one to reach him was Jacob Lasley.
It was Colby Chaffins.
Colby Chaffins and Jacob Lasley, I think, was in there as well. It was about 3 or 4 Cougars, but Chaffins, the sophomore linebacker, comes in to make the play, and I mean, that's football.
Dial up the blitz, go get them.
Loss of 7, and if things aren't necessarily, I mean, not that things have been going bad for Grayson by any means, but blitz, a play like that could get you going.
It swings momentum, especially after a timeout. When momentum resettles itself back in, the blitz will, especially if you get the sack, it'll swing it back in your direction.
It'll be third down and 14 for Edmonson County. Ball placed on their own 40-yard line. Two wide receivers to the right, one here to the near side. At the shotgun formation, Anderson throws on the slant. It is complete to Bass. Turns upfield near the first down marker. It's all going to depend on the spot as he crosses the 50-yard line. Dove forward. I think he's going to be a yard short. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Wildcats. And it is. He needed to get to the 46, only got to the 47, but that is a 13-yard pickup. Chaffin's in there on the tackle again for Grayson County. 4th down and 1. And for your defensive line for Grayson County, Finley, Phillips, Drake, and Scott, this is what you live for. I formation for Edmonton. 4th down and 1. Anderson under center. Now it looks like he's going to call a timeout, step aside, and he obviously saw something. I'm not sure if he was trying to hard count.
He either was trying to hard count or he did not get the front that he wanted.
Kaylor and I touched on it in the open as well, that the Cougars have a brand new helmet that they're debuting this year. And if you're watching on K105 Digital Productions to tonight's broadcast, you can see that one here. And you know what? I'm a fan. I like that they got the new paw. It's a navy blue, and they even got the stripe up the side of the middle of the helmet. I'm a fan of it. I like it. And you know what? Sometimes
something new.
If you look good, you play good. And I know that not everybody is a believer in that, but sometimes they are, and I want to invite everyone, too, to stay tuned into halftime as we've got 8 minutes to go as we're debuting a new segment called Cougar Conversations. We're going to introduce you to some of the athletes of Cougar sports. Today, Hunter Felty. So at halftime, we'll introduce you to him. In fact, we're going to ask the question, if his teammates had a Royal Rumble wrestling match, who would win? There's your tease. 4th down and 1 for Edmonson County. Under center goes Anderson. He's going to go quarterback sneak, and looks like he might have gotten it. It's going to depend on the spot, though. His first effort looked like he did, and the Cougars drove him backwards. And, well, now that the line judge came in, it's going to be really close, Kaylor.
It is, and I don't know. That's especially in those piles. It's so hard to see the ball.
The line judge puts it in. Grayson County says it's a turnover on downs. Edmonson County says it's a first down, and I think they're probably going to have to bring the chains out.
They're definitely going to. Yep.
And they will. I always love this, too, is it's official timeout. This always cracks me up because, you know, Grayson County, everyone on the sideline here is saying, no, it's Grayson ball, and everyone on the Edmonton sideline is saying, no, it's Edmonton ball. And it's not like anybody can actually see.
We can't.
Even the official, obviously the official can't even tell, or he doesn't. Here comes the chain gang. I'm not sure who that is running the chains out there tonight. Usually it was Danny Clark and Tony Embry, but it is Tony Embry. And is it Rusty Ray? I think it's the golf coaches out there. Here comes the spot. I don't know that he got it, Kaylor. The Cougars said he didn't. Oh, he did by about the nose of the football. The Cougars were pointing saying he didn't. They had a good angle on it, but the official says he got it, and Kaylor, he got it by about that much.
A hair. But that's all you need.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. That is a first down for Edmonson County. Under 8 minutes and counting to play here in the first half. Still no score between Grayson County and Edmonson County. Good game going on here in the Tobacco Bowl tonight. Trips to the right side. One wide receiver here to the near side. Anderson in the gun. Mills joins him in the backfield. A little bit of a low snap. Mills will corral it. Steps up into the pocket. He's going to let it fly down the field. Throws it into traffic. It is incomplete through the outstretched arms of Xander Bass down on the far side of the field. 7:34 to go in the first half of play, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. And I like it. Air it out. See what you can't do on 1st and 10 after picking up on the 4th down.
The kid has a big arm. He threw that from the 50 and hit the goal line. That's a 50-yard throw in the air.
And it was just a little bit overthrown. And I know, Kayla, those sorts are tough to make.
It's more guessing more than anything. You'll get a feel sometimes, but...
And a lot of it is trust, too, in your receivers and action that you play. You know how fast last year Hunter Toms was. You knew how fast and at what point he would get down there. Anderson will throw a screen out to the far side. Bass catches it on his helmet, turns upfield. He's got a lot of space to work across the 40-yard line, splits the tackle. 30, 20, 15, 10. Inside the 5, he's brought down by the last man inside the 5-yard line, and the Wildcats are knocking on the door, looking to take an early lead. Waylon Bruce was the last man in there, down to the 3-yard line. That is a 43-yard pickup for the Wildcats. And Edmonson County, you look at it, all of last season had 152 passing yards. They just had 43 on one play there on a screen.
The exact thing I said shouldn't happen just happened. Xander Bass got an open field. You saw what happened.
7 minutes and counting. First down and goal. Ball placed on the 4-yard line for Edmonson County. Anderson is in the shotgun. Mills is the running back to his left, and he's going to keep it. Turns upfield, dives towards the goal line, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown Edmonson County. The Wildcats strike first, and they lead 6-0 on the 3-yard touchdown run by Tyler Anderson. And you can see that the energy that was in this building coming here today has been sucked out with a straw for Grayson County. And let's see if the Wildcats will go for 2 or if they're going to kick it. It appears that they will go for 2. Last season, Edmonson County converted 6 two-point conversions. Let's see what they'll do here in this situation. Anderson in the shotgun. Low snap, bobbled, and he's just going to fall on it. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to play in the first half. It is Edmonson County 6, Grayson County nothing. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Grayson County finds themselves with their first deficit on the 2022 regular season. 6-0 as Edmonson County strikes first on the 3-yard touchdown run by Tyler Anderson. And this is where you got to find an answer if you're the offense. There's no doubt about it, because you can try and take a lot of this time off the clock and run all the way down and try and punch one in and start new in the second half. And here comes the kick from Edmonson County. It's Owen Still to kick it away. A little pooch kick that is going to be caught back at the far side of the field at about the 25-yard line. Across the 30, across the 35, up to the 40-yard line. And being brought down in the play was Jaron Van Meter on the return. He gets about 15 yards to the 40-yard line, and it's exactly what you want. You got good field position to start here with 6:42 to play here in the first half. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here on the call on tonight's game. Appreciate you taking the time to tune in and join us here on tonight's broadcast. What are you calling here on the first play, Kaylor?
I'm going to say they're going to start running the ball.
They're having success doing that.
Exactly. If that ain't broke, don't fix it.
Under center goes Felty. Bruce is the fullback. Wood is the deep back. A wide receiver on each side of Felty. He's going to roll out to pass, steps up, looks to scramble, floats one out of the reach. It's intended for Waylon Bruce, the fullback. He wasn't able to run down underneath of it, and it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10, ball placed in the 40-yard line. I don't mind the play.
No.
Just was a little overthrown a little bit.
Good idea. You have them think and run because it's been working. You fake off of it. I mean, it was open. Just sometimes that happens. You miss.
Yeah, but the key is, and Kaylor, you're the former quarterback. You can say this, is that if he throws on this play, you can't miss this play. You can't let that turn into 2, turn into 3, turn into 4, because that's when you look up and you're losing.
Yeah, that play's over. It's behind you. Now just go make the next one. 2
wide receivers on each side. Shotgun formation. Wood joins Felty in the backfield. Felty will hand it off. Dope keeps it, and he has some blockers. Wood up in front of him, lays a block, and slipping a tackle at the 45 to the 50 and being shoved out of bounds down to the 47-yard line was Hunter Felty on the run, and that'll be enough for a first down. Cougars, 13 yards on the run by Felty. And Kaylor, I think what I like the most about that play was Michael Wood.
Yes, because that play can either be for Michael or Hunter, and typically when a running back doesn't get it, they quit. But no, Michael saw that Hunter kept it. He got it upfield and laid a block that turned that play from 5 yards to almost 12, 13.
And I'm sure when Brian Jones goes back and watches the film later, he is going to love that. I'm sure he saw it on the sideline, but he is going to make sure to draw that one up and say, this is how you play football. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. 6-0. Edmonson on top of Grayson. Felty goes under center, a wide receiver on each side. Bruce the fullback, Wood is the deep back once more. Edmonson County showing a little bit of pressure. It's going to be a handoff. Bruce. Nope, it's a pitch over to the far side. Bobbled by Wood. Ball's out, and it's still out, and Wood comes down with it back at the 45-yard line as there were offensive linemen fighting over it, and the ball came out again. Wood picked it up, tried to turn upfield, make something happen, but he is dropped back at the 45-yard line. That is going to be a loss of 8 yards on the play for Grayson, and that is not what you wanted. The triple option does not work at all. 2nd down and 18. Because that was just as simple as drop the ball.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens.
It does. It's football.
5 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0. Edmonson County on top of Grayson County. 2 wide receivers on each side. Ball placed at the 45-yard line. Felty, screen, complete to Bruce at the 45. He's up to the 50. Turns upfield at the 45. 40. He is a man to beat at the 35, and he's tripped up near the 31-yard line. Waylon Bruce turns upfield, and that is a big first down, Grayson County. Give him 24 yards on the play to the 31-yard line, and Bruce turns upfield. He says, "You called me a bruiser? I got some speed." Officially to the 31-yard line, so you can officially give him 25. First down and goal. Ball placed in the Edmonson 30-yard line. Felty fakes it. Now he's going to throw over to the far side. It is complete, and it is still on the feet in the 20-yard line. Inside the 50, inside the 5. Touchdown, Cougars. There is, I believe, a penalty flag on the play, but at this moment, it is a touchdown for Grayson.
Michael Wood with a catch from Hunter Felty.
Michael Wood is in the end zone.
The passer.
It is on Edmonson County. Penalty is declined. Touchdown, Cougars. The pass goes from Felty to Wood, 30 yards, and Grayson County leads, or is now tied at 6-6.
And that's a great read by Hunter. It's actually just an extension of the triple option. He saw that pitch guy just standing there, not have no momentum towards Wood, and he just dumped it out to him, and Michael did the rest.
Jackson Kane will kick away. For Grayson, good hold by Van Meter. It's long enough, and he put it through. Jackson Kane puts the extra point through, and Grayson County now leads 7-6 with 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Kaylor, that is exactly what Grayson needed.
Yep. Now, if you can get a quick stop here, that would be really good because you can score again before half, because they will get the ball coming out of half, and you really do not want them to score, get the ball coming out of half, and score again.
Momentum has shifted back into orange and blue for Grayson County. 7-6. We'll try to see if we can't find a quick score update to bring you. Bullitt Central and Warren Central, they're tied up at the end of the first quarter, 0-0. Warren Central has lost, I think, 64 straight games. They have not won since 2015. They're trying to snap that losing streak, and that's just got to take a toll. And I know I usually bring those updates to you listening at home. I know Warren Central not that far away, but just because I'm cheering for the Dragons to finally break that streak, because that has to be a weight on their shoulders. I mean, you want to know how long ago it was? I was a freshman in college. There were dinosaurs walking on the earth and everything, because I'm an old man, Kaylor, if you didn't know that.
I remember Warren Central used to be really good.
They were. And sometimes things change, and I mean, it's all about how to change and adapt, and they've had a couple of new coaches, and if you can do it here, Grayson County will have the ball here to kick it away, and Jackson Kane will kick it deep. Edmonson County has one man back deep. It's an onside kick, high snap, it's bobbled, and the ball's out, and I think Edmonson did fall down on it. It is Edmonson County ball, as that one took a high bounce on Darren Alexander. And that's why you do that.
Yep, they're unpredictable.
And Jackson Kane last season, I mean, I think it was safe to say, got elite at that.
He did.
I mean, he got really, really good. I think it was Muhlenberg County.
I think he had 4 that game.
Yeah, which 4 in a season is incredible. 4:26 to play here in the first half. Grayson County is their first lead of the season. Ball placed on the Edmonson County 44-yard line. In the shotgun formation, Anderson looks to pass. Now he's got a scramble, and he's brought down in the backfield for a big loss. He spun out of one tackle, and when he spun back, he was met by Woosley in the backfield. Was that? No, it was Lasley. Lasley in there. Who, I mean, he swung away from one man, and as soon as he completed that spin, Lasley said, "Hello, nice to meet you." Perfect play there for Grayson County back to the 35-yard line. It is a loss of 9 yards, and now you're starting to see this momentum shift. Three minutes and 44 seconds and counting, and now we have a whistle blown. And was there a penalty flag on the play? I didn't see one. Jones is right now, Brian Jones, the head coach for Grayson County, is asking for an explanation from the official. He puts his headset on. Caleb, I'm sure you've seen that look once or twice, right?
More than once. Or twice. Or 3 times.
And now I think he's yelling at somebody on top of the booth, and I think I might know who's up there, right?
I think I know who's up there, too.
Heard you know him pretty well, right?
Yeah, it's not like we've lived together or anything.
Shane Decker is one of the coaches up top, and I think who else is up there? There's someone else up there.
Coach Kane.
Parker Kane is also on top. So maybe he's yelling at Parker Kane. We
Maybe.
can just say that. It's not your dad. Your dad would never get yelled at.
He definitely has.
4:13 to play in the first quarter. Edmonson County ball. A rocket of a snap. Anderson looks to scramble. Gets away from a couple Cougars. Has a lot of room to work. 50, 40, 35, 30. One man slips. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Edmonson County. And the Wildcats score from 65 yards out. But there's some laundry on the field. This one might be coming back. I mean, Anderson showed some speed, though, on that play.
That was quick.
There is a penalty flag. It is a hold. It is on the Wildcats, so wipe that touchdown off the board. But still, Kevin Embry, the defensive coordinator for Grayson County, not too happy right now.
No, because you're supposed to have passing lanes. And when somebody gets out of that lane, things like that tend to happen.
So the 65-yard touchdown by Edmonson County is wiped off the board. And officially, the ball is going to be placed here at the 43 of Edmonson. In a lot of ways, you can see that's a 43-yard penalty for Edmonson County.
It is. And not only do you count the yards, you count the points.
Yeah, 43-yard penalty and 6 points. That's huge in these rivalry games. I almost called it a district rivalry because I'm so used to that, because in every other sport it is a district rivalry, but it's a game that both teams have scheduled and circled on their schedule. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Ball placed in the near hash. Anderson steps up. Now he's going to scramble, and he just has to eat it. He is going to pick up about 1 yard on the quarterback keeper up the middle. In there on the tackle for Grayson County was multiple men, but I think Will Scott was in there first for Grayson. And Sawyer Drake was also in there, and looks like no gain. I thought if they were being generous, they could have given him 1 yard, but it's tough. And like you said, in those piles, it's so hard to see whether it's 1 yard, 6 inches. And that's why I don't want to be an official. 3.5 and counting to play here in half number 1. 7-6, Grayson County leads Edmonson County. Edmonson throwing the ball a little bit more than maybe we expected, and they really haven't gotten into the wing tee much, because that's what I heard that they were going to go into more. Anderson rolls out to the far side, steps up. That looks like a design quarterback run, slips a tackle, and he's suplexed by Jaron Van Meter at up the 39-yard line. He's only going to get 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Anderson is slippery, I think is the best way to describe it. I mean, he's agile, didn't play last season, and I mean, he's a great athlete. And as a quarterback, that's exactly what you want. 2 minutes, 39 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The clock is stopped. One team took a timeout. Edmonson County takes the timeouts.
Should be their 3rd.
Scoreboard does say that is their 3rd and final timeout. And while we want to introduce you to Edmonson County's head coach, Zach Vincent. He's in his first season at the helm of the program. He's the man that called that timeout. Previously was the head coach of the middle school program Also has served as assistant coach under Kyle Pierce and Nathan Smith. Nathan Smith, the former head coach, is his offensive coordinator. So he's come back and he's going to serve under Vincent. Again, at halftime, we want to invite you to stay tuned for Cougar Conversations. We're going to introduce you to Hunter Felty, Grayson County starting quarterback. Again, I teased on if the Cougar football team had a Royal Rumble, who would win? And even I asked him if the coaching staff had a Royal Rumble, who would win? So, Kayla, I'll ask you, put you on the spot. If the coaching staff had a Royal Rumble, who would win? I won't tell you what Hunter said.
I'm going to have to go with Coach Waltmeyer.
Interesting pick. You're not even picking your dad.
No, he's not that strong.
3rd down and 6. Anderson hands it off right side. Cougars weren't fooled at all. That was maybe the most wing tee that they've used, and it really wasn't. And it's going to go up to down to the 37-yard line. Now Brian Jones going to take himself a timeout. 37, so it's only a pickup of 2 yards on the run by Michael Mills. 2:28 to play. It'll be 4th down and about 4 or 5. This is interesting, too, here for Edmonson County. I mean, you're in 4-down territory, but at the same time, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Do you kick it deep? You get the ball to start the second half?
With the way they've moved the ball, no.
So you're going for it, without question.
Well, as a quarterback, we always go for it, but from a coaching perspective, yes, I would be still going for it if I was moving the ball as easily as they have.
And I agree. I like aggressiveness. You know, you came here to win the game.
Exactly.
And I think Brian Jones in our pregame interview about the scrimmage against Hancock County, he says, we didn't go there to punt the ball. And it's the same thing here, probably Edmonton. They're the underdogs. They didn't come here to punt the ball. They came here to put some touchdowns on the board, and that's what looks like what they're going to do is they keep their offense on the field. 4th down and 4 for the Wildcats. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. It's going to be a bubble screen complete to Mills. He turns upfield. He's got the 1st down and more. 30, 25, down to the 24. And Edmonson County picks up 13 yards and a 1st down.
They had a perfect call for what we ran. We ran a blitz. That screen, you have nobody manned up on them. It's going to be sprung for big yardage.
2 minutes and 18 seconds and counting to play in the first half. 7-6, Grayson County on top of Edmonson County. Defense trying to come up with a big stop here to try and hold the Wildcats out of the end zone and try and take a lead into the half. This time they'll shift the formation and go 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Ball in the near hash. Anderson looked to get the screen. Now he's going to scramble upfield. 20, 15, dives forward to the 14-yard line. And again, Anderson looks like he slumped out of the arms of Chaffetz on the inside.
He did.
And it'll pick up about 9 yards. It won't be enough for the 1st down, but it'll be 2nd down and short.
2nd down and 1.
And that's probably halftime adjustments is going to be finding a way to slow him down.
Well, being at practice, they were not prepared for this whatsoever. They were expecting him to be in the wing tee like traditional Edmonson County, and they've completely I don't even think they've been in it.
They had that one play that was kind of, but not really, the wing tee. And it's going to be a screen to the far side. It is complete to Mills. Slips 2 tackles in the backfield. Turns upfield inside the 5-yard line. Tried to tightrope the sideline and get it to the end zone, but he steps out of bounds. Inside the 10. Looks like they'll place it at the 5. It's a 10-yard pickup and another 1st down for Edmonson County.
Pass completion to number 24,
Michael Mills catches and goes. And, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Edmonson County completed 17 passes all of last season, and they've completed what, Kayla, off the top of your head, maybe 6 or 7 tonight?
6 or 7 already, and they've not been dinking and dunking and only getting 3 yards. They've been sprung for big yardage.
They haven't connected on the big one, but they've had a lot of success passing the ball, especially on the screen game. 1st down and goal. Ball placed in the 5-yard line for Edmonson County. The Wildcats trying to put another touchdown on the board. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Ball in the far hash. It is going to be a handoff right side. Dives towards the goal line, and he is short by about 2 yards. Pick up about 3 yards. Michael Mills, I believe, was the runner in there on the carry. This is a big moment here for this Grayson County defense as you have under a minute and counting to play here in this first quarter, in this first half of play, rather. Joining is Jude Clemens, the fullback in the backfield, and it is going to be a run near side, and Anderson goes into the end zone. And Edmonson County has taken a 12-7 lead with 40.2 seconds to play on the 42-yard run by Anderson. And again, the energy one more time has been sucked out by a straw in this game. Wildcats went for 2 the last time, did not get it. What will they do this time? In fact, I think it was a bad snap, if my memory serves right.
It was.
In the gun will go Anderson. Clemens, the fullback, to his right. Anderson looks to pass. It's a little jump pass, and it is intercepted by Grayson County in the end zone. Read the play to perfection, and in there to pick it off was Grayson Chaffins. And that two-point conversion is no good, so 12-7, 40.2 seconds to play. And Kaylor, is this for Brian Jones, all depending on how far the kickoff goes to see what he does?
Yes, because you don't want to mess something up. With 40 seconds, they get another cheap score right before half, then they get the ball coming right out of half. You do not want that to happen.
40 seconds, 2 timeouts. Kind of in this weird no man's land of sorts if you're Grayson County. Or, yes, if you are Grayson County. Remember to follow us on Twitter all season long at K105 Sports. We'll have updates from all of the games, highlights, and so on. It's the best place to follow Grayson County Sports. Get your schedules, whatever you might need, at K105 Sports is the best place. And if you're watching us on YouTube today, we also recommend you hit the subscribe button. If you do that, you'll get notified when we go live, and you'll also be able to have all of the games scheduled in one spot. Your director for tonight, Chase Blaine, there's nothing he endorses more. In his life, it is top 3 things is baseball, NASCAR, and K105 YouTube. That's it. That's the top 3 things in his life. Falls or Rough comes in 4th. 40 seconds to kick, and it's a short kick on the far side, picked up at about the 24-yard line by Van Meter. Van Meter's across the 30, slips a tackle at the 35, and he's down at about the 37, 33.5 seconds to go. Kaylor, what are you doing? Are you taking one play and seeing what happens?
Yes and no. They have no timeouts. They can't stop the clock, so you can really be as aggressive as you want to be here. And the worst case scenario, pick 6, but I don't think he's going to call a play that is very likely to happen. It's probably going to be a screen or something where if it is a pick, they're getting tackled immediately.
Edmonson County on top, 12-7, 33.5 seconds to play in the first half. Not what Grayson County expected at all here in the first half of play. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 2 here to the near side as well. Looks like Jaden Kinney is into the game as kind of a tight end wide receiver hybrid. Felty will pass. 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. He's got all day to throw. Now he's looking to scramble across the 35, across the 40. Smart play. Gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 26.2 seconds now on the clock. You can give Felty in about 5 or 6. It's a smart play, though, by Hunter Felty. Nothing was open downfield. I don't know. Was there anything open? You probably had your eyes down there to see if there was anything open. But
no, not comfortably open, especially in this scenario.
So smart play. Gain the 6 yards. Step out of bounds.
Exactly.
So important. So important.
Not only to stop time, but you don't really want to get hit if you don't have to.
26.2 seconds to play here in the first half. Grayson County trails Edmonson County 12-7 here in the Tobacco Bowl. The Cougars have never won the Tobacco Stick 4 straight times. Edmonson County's trying to keep it that way as the Cougars have won 3 straight coming into tonight's contest. Man in motion, Van Meter comes from the near side to the far side. Felty looks to pass towards that far side. It is complete on the far side of the field at the 45-yard line, up across the first down marker to the 50. And a timeout is going to be taken here by Brian Jones with 20.2 seconds left on the clock. Grayson Chaffins, the catch and run there. And it is enough for a first down, 7 yards. And Kaylor, I can ask you, you know Jackson Kane, the kicker, a little bit better than I do. Where would Brian Jones consider that?
I think he would let him kick from at most the 30.
Now that's
a boot, but he has the power to get there where the accuracy from that range is where it starts to get a little dicey. But if it's the last play of the half, you have nothing to really lose there.
I mean, because you're looking at the 30, you're looking at about a
45,
48, something like that field goal. I mean, that's a boot. There's no doubt about that.
He's got the power to get it there. It's more about if he has the accuracy to hit it.
And you know what? Why not? I think the school record for field goal is 52 yards. 52-51 by James Gaither back. Turn of the century. I know we talked about this game a couple of years ago. I think it was 2000. He went on to kick at Memphis. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. It is 12-7. Edmonson County leads Grayson County. The Cougars trying to find an answer here to, at least put 3 points on the board here in this situation, but you'd love to get 6. Ball's placed on the 50-yard line. First down and 10 for Grayson. Felty rolls out here to the near side. Looks to scramble. Now he's going to throw, and it is complete. First down, Grayson. No, he dropped it as he went out of bounds. That was going to be a first down for Michael Wood. But the ball just fell out, and that was going to be a perfect play.
It was.
13.7 now on the clock as it takes about 7 seconds. Now this changes things.
It does, because if you would have completed that, you got 11, 12 yards, and you're out of bounds. You only need about 10, 15 yards to get in field goal range. Now you need 20 to 25.
13.7. How far can Hunter Felty throw it?
He can probably make it to the end zone from where he's at right now.
So maybe try and pick him up about 10 or 15 yards here, and maybe just throw one up there and see what you can't do. This is where you miss Hunter Toms.
Yes.
Because there wasn't anybody getting the ball that Hunter Toms couldn't get. Felty rolls out here towards the near side. He looks downfield, and he's just going to have to run. Turns upfield, 45, steps out at near, actually didn't get to the 45, says the 46, 6.7 seconds. And now you're going to just see how far you could throw one.
Yep.
Gain of about 7 on the play. Be 3rd down and 3.
They are going to say to the 45, gains 5 yards. 3rd down and 5 for Grayson County. 6.7 on the clock. 12-7 is the score. Edmonson County leads Grayson. 3 wide receivers to the far side.
With how far they're backed off, I would not be surprised if it's a screen.
Seeing if they can't get the blockers. Felty, 2 pass. Ball fake. Rolls out to the far side. Trying to set his feet to let one go, and he floats one down the field out of bounds. That brings us to the end of the first half. It is Edmonson County 12, Grayson County 7. This is Cougar football right here on K105.
Boston Center, Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to our halftime show. Grayson County trails Edmonson County 12-7 here at the half, and Kaler just really quick. Not the first half Grayson County was winning at all.
Definitely not, and
try that again.
Definitely not. That's not at all what they were expecting, or even I was expecting, and definitely not the fans here was expecting. As you could tell, the life force was almost sucked out of this place.
Now, Brian Jones getting his team in there. Band's getting ready to take the field. What's he saying?
Well, I probably can't quote word for word.
Radio safe?
Yeah, he's probably saying he's probably telling them, listen, this is exactly what happens when you practice like they did this week. And he's going to try to make the adjustments, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where that quarterback has been running all over the place. And on offense, it's starting up front again. The line's getting no movement, and we're getting sacked in the backfield. And plays, especially on the perimeter, are not getting perimeter blocking like they need to in order to have great success.
Coming up on our halftime show, we'll have our Cougar in the Cougar conversation segment. But when we come back, we'll run down the scoring from the first half of play. Grayson County trails Edmonton 12-7 here at the half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
If you guys want any... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars trail this one 12-7 at the half. Sam Gormley with you here as this is the halftime show. Grayson County, first play of the game, threw an interception on a trick play. Jaron Van Meter was intercepted by Edmonson County, and Wildcats then on their first play had a big pass, big run up the middle, and you thought, uh-oh. But the Cougar defense stood in, turnover on downs, and then the Grayson County offense put together a really good drive. 12 plays. It was just turnover on downs, and sometimes that's how it happens. Gave the ball back to Edmonson County on the third play. Grayson Chaffins had the interception, and the Cougars got the ball back again, but couldn't do anything with it. That was at the end of the first quarter. No score in this game. In the second quarter, Edmonson County turned in an 8-play drive that scored a 3-yard run by Anderson with 6 minutes and 47 seconds to play. It made it 6-0. The Cougars, though, had an answer. On the 5th play of the drive, Hunter Felty found Michael Wood on the little screen over to the far side for a 30-yard reception. Grayson County kicked the extra point, and they led this game 7-6. But Edmonson County had an answer right back, a 2-yard touchdown run by Anderson. And the Cougars ran out of time on their final play of the half. So Edmonson County leads 12-7, and you heard Kaler talk that this is not what Grayson County expected or is wanting at all. Cougars have their tails between the legs right now, and I think it's going to be huge to see what happens in the half, and can you peel the paint off the walls in a good way to lighten up this team, loosen them up, because you don't want to come in here to the second half and play too tight. Coming up here, we're going to have our inaugural Cougar Conversations. We're going to sit down with the Cougar quarterback, Hunter Felty. That comes up next, right here on K105.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long. And up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy, and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 40324.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Welcome back to our halftime show here today. We're debuting a brand new segment on today's halftime show between Grayson County and Edmonson County called Cougar Conversations. Sam Gormley now joined by the starting quarterback for the Grayson County Cougars, Hunter Felty. Hunter, I appreciate you taking the time. And the first question that I really wanted to dive into is this is just going to be getting to know some of the athletes on campuses these last 2 years. You had in 2020 a COVID year where everything was weird, and then last year you had a game canceled due to that, and you were in and out of the starting lineup. Can you put these last 2 years into words?
I don't really think that you can put them into words. It's something you just got to go along with as you play. You never know when you're going to get to play, who's going to play. There's things on and off the field that you can't really control.
Now, last season, you got multiple starts. I think it was 4 at the end of the season combined. How have you improved as a starting quarterback since that point?
I've learned to read the defenses better. You can't really teach it in practice because those guys that you're playing against ain't starters. They give you a good look, but it ain't nothing like playing on Fridays. Kayla really helped me out, just talking to me on the sidelines as he was out for uncircumstantial reasons.
Speaking of Kaler, he's joining us in the booth this season talking a little bit about what's happening on the field. But what was that relationship like in making you into the quarterback you are today?
Everyone thought that it was like a rivalry, but no. Me and him was really best friends, always trying to make each other better and never really having a big ordeal who's starting and who's not starting.
Are you a person or a player? I know that I'm a big Bengals fan. I fully admit that. And Jamar Chase, who's one of the wide receivers, maybe the best in the league right now. I can say that because I'm a Bengals fan and I'm biased 100%. But he, every morning when he wakes up, he looks in his bathroom mirror and listed on there are his goals for the year, whether it's X amount of yards, X amount of touchdowns. Are you a goal person? Do you have something like that you look at every day, or are you just whatever works?
I have team goals. I really don't set goals for myself. The team goals, I want to try to go 7-3. For sure I have a winning record, but for personal goals, no, I don't set them.
As a senior and also the starting quarterback this year, do you feel an extra obligation to lead some of the younger players?
I do. I feel like they're watching us. They're going to follow in our footsteps. So how we teach them is how they're going to come up the next 4-3 years.
When you close your eyes and imagine how good this team can be this year, you mentioned the 7-win mark or a winning season. What do you see and how do you accomplish that during this year?
I see that we can spread the offense out or we can get in the eye. Up front, we were struggling at the beginning of the year, but I think we're getting it together. But I think we're better of a spread team there.
Now, what we're going to do here is probably as the season goes along, I'll have more of a creative name for this, but it's going to be called kind of a speed round. So it's going to be just kind of these quick questions. I have 10 of them for you, and really first thing that comes to mind is some of them might be about your teammates, some of them might be about you just in general. So the first one that I have for you is pregame music. Is there anything you got to listen to before game?
Rap, hip-hop.
Now, what about, are you superstitious at all? Do you have to eat something before a game? Do you have to I know that there was a Kentucky player that had to put $1 in his sock. Are you anything like that?
I got to eat chicken and rice before the game. That's the only thing I'll eat.
Chicken and rice. There you go. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now, what's the first thing you do after a game?
Shower.
It's usually probably, especially on days like today where it's really warm. Coach Jones is upset at you on the sideline. What's he more than likely saying?
Get the ball back, be ready to throw, take a normal drop.
When you're looking at your teammates, I have here some superlatives of sorts. Who's the most likely on your team to pull a practical joke on someone?
Michael Wood.
Who is the best dancer on the team?
Dalton Russell.
Dalton Russell, okay. Who is the most likely that could perform a successful stand-up comedy routine?
Waylon Bruce.
Waylon Bruce. Who of your teammates could win American Idol?
Nah, none of them can sing.
None of them can sing. If you all had, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but if you all had a team-wide Royal Rumble, who wins?
Sorry, Drake.
What about if the coaching staff had a Royal Rumble? Who wins?
Coach Jones.
Coach Jones. Okay, and then the final one that I have, that's always a lot of fun. Can you do an imitation of Brian Jones? We'll just imagine you. Maybe we'll do Photoshop here and put a beard on you.
I can't think of any right now.
Well, that's fine. Hunter, I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck this season. I know we're excited to see you all year, and hopefully it's a really long and successful one for you.
Thank you.
That's Hunter Felty, the starting quarterback. Our halftime show continues here in just a few minutes.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy, and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Oh, that stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money, so...
If you guys want me... OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart kids.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
On K105.
Welcome back here to the halftime show. Grayson County trails Edmonson County 12-7 here at the half. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you. And Kaylor, might even flip the light on here for a minute. We don't necessarily like to put the light on because it creates a glare for me, and that'll just drive me crazy. But to say that the first half didn't go as planned is probably an understatement.
Yeah, definitely.
What's Brian Jones telling the team at halftime to try and forget about that and move on?
It's a whole new game. That half's over. You got to play this half better than you did the last half, obviously, but you have to forget about the mistakes you made in the first half. You have to learn from them. You can't just let them drag you down. You can't do anything like that.
And that's the biggest thing for Grayson is that, like you said, that first half's over. You can't get it back. It doesn't matter. It's 12-7. There's a lot of football left to play in this game, and the biggest thing I think if you're here is your defense is on the field first. They got to get a stop.
Yes, and I would look for Edmonton to probably take a shot early, especially with all the momentum they have. So the defense has to be ready for that.
I like that. Grayson County trails Edmonson County 12-7 at the half. The second half comes up next here on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Thank you.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars trail 12-7 here at the half. As we approach to get ready to the start of the second half of play, Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here on the call. Grayson County going to kick off from left to right on your radio dial. They trail 12-7. And Kaylor, is this where you might throw a good old Jackson Kane onside kick?
Yes, especially at this point in the game. You're down. You want to switch momentum quick, especially coming out of half. They're not really expecting it. And it's what Sean Payton did in the Super Bowl that one year. And if we can pull it off, that'd be great for our offense.
Let's see what they'll do here. They do have 5 players up along the line. But you could also do the good old what Western Kentucky did a couple of years ago against Middle Tennessee State, where the kicker just kicked it off of the guy's head. It wasn't on purpose, but it was an onside kick. They were up like 50 and did it. And I loved it because nobody likes Middle Tennessee State. It'll be Jackson Kane to kick it away, though, to Edmonson County. Michael Mills is back deep to return. And it looks like we're getting close to getting underway here in half number 2 from Grayson County High School. Kane will do it, and nope, he just boots it deep. It's caught back at about the 16-yard line by the Wildcats. Up across the 25, at the 30, breaks a tackle at the 35 to the 40, and he's slung down on the play. I believe, no, they're going to say he's still on. He never was brought down and continues moving up to the 50-yard line. I guess it looked like, I think Jackson Kane made the first hit, and I guess they're going to say his knee was never down. And that brings it up to the 50-yard line, and that gives him an extra 10 or 15 yards.
Mm-hmm. Not the start you really wanted.
Ball's placed at midfield, and, you know, you mentioned, Kaylor, we got to get momentum early on, and that's not how you do it, by allowing a big kickoff return of about 30 yards from Michael Mills. Edmonson County moved the ball well on offense. In the shotgun formation goes Anderson. He will fake the handoff to Mills. No, he does, giving it to Mills on the far side. Mills turns the corner. Picks up about 3 yards on the far side of the field, gets down to the 47. They didn't use Mills a lot in the first half of play, but as a running back, that means those legs are fresh.
They are, especially coming out of the half. You had a 18-minute break. You're definitely ready to go in that second half.
It is 2nd down and 7 coming up for Grayson County, or for Edmonson County. 11 minutes and 17 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. 12-7. Edmonson County leads Grayson County. Shotgun formation for Anderson. Hands it off up the middle, diving forward, spinning down, and he kind of just got through that hole and got down to about the 43-yard line on the run. Once more was Mills. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 coming up for the Wildcats. Give him about 4 or 5 yards on the play, depending on the spot. It's at kind of like the 42.5-yard line. Huge play here for this Grayson County defense.
On the carry for Edmonson County, getting about 3.
3rd down and short for Edmonson County. 2 to the right. 1 wide receiver down here to the near side. Anderson, the senior quarterback, good snap, hands it off, up and diving forward. 1st down, Edmonson County. Mills on the carry, gets it to the 37-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup. Actually, it was Peyton Keith in on the run. Keith gets his first opportunities. He was in the conversation for quarterback to start the season. That's dangerous, too, when you got two guys back there that can potentially throw the ball, because you never know when he might pull it out. Under 10 minutes to go here in half number one. Or in third quarter here, Grayson County. Trails 12-7. Anderson looked to pass to the far side on the screen. It wasn't there. Steps up, picks up about one or two, and I'm not sure if that was a design fake. It looks like it was just a blown play, but Anderson made something out of nothing.
I've seen him do that a couple times, so it may be designed, but I really don't know about that one because he looked like he was genuinely going back to throw that one.
Maybe he's just that good of a pump fake.
Maybe.
Matthew Phillips in there on the tackle for Grayson County. It's a pickup of 2, second down and 8 for the Wildcats. In the gun will go Anderson. Low snap. He gets it. Now the ball's out and he falls down on it. Looks like he was going to throw and hit off of something, and the ball came out and he comes down on top of it. It is a loss, though, of about 7 yards back to the 42-yard line. And listen, a play like that can be huge for Grayson to try and get the momentum back on it. Yes, you didn't recover it, but it's now third down and about 15 or 16.
Yards for Edmonson County, third down and 16.
I'm sure Edmonson's probably going to try and pick up 7 or 8 yards in this situation. Make fourth down a little bit more manageable. To pass, Anderson throws down to the near side. They're going to go big or go home, and it is incomplete. Chafin's went after it, almost had a diving interception, but it was just off his fingertips, and it'll be fourth down and long. And this is interesting here for Edmonson County. Kaylor, do you punt here?
I would, because it's 4th and 15, because you're giving them really good field position. If you don't, I really don't see a position why you would go for this. But you've not been moving the yard 15 yards at a time. You've been moving it methodically.
They appear to be going for it. Or maybe we'll have a little pooch kick by the quarterback. He's going to step back, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Catches it at the 50, lets it go, and it's a boot. And it bounces straight into the air, and it is going to be inside the 5-yard line, and it's going to roll out at about the 4. You can give him a punt of 38 yards, and a coffin corner goes perfect.
First down and 10 for Grayson County.
He could not have thrown that one any better.
No.
And now if you're Grayson.
Offense is in the bind.
As Kaylor, you know, what does Hunter Felty need to be thinking in this situation when you have the ball in the shadows of your own end zone?
Ball security is huge. If you fumble and they recover, they're already basically guaranteed 6. So you want to make sure you have that ball tight, 2 hands. That goes for any player even touching the ball in this situation. And if they decide to throw, he has to make sure not to force anything.
Felty will go under center here. And it is going to be a handoff up the middle. Big gain and more to go, and that's creating space on the run up the middle for Grayson County. Michael Wood carried it, and that is a perfect first play.
Yes.
He gets it up to the 14-yard line. That's enough for a first down. 11 yards on the run for Michael Wood. Move those chains.
That's exactly what you want. Get your heels off the end zone. Now you have a lot more freedom in the playbook.
It'll be first down and 10. Ball placed in the 14-yard line. 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Edmonson County leads Grayson County 12-7. Opens up the playbook a little bit more in this situation, too, when you're not in the complete in the shadows of your own end zone. Still, the ball is placed in the 14, so it's not like you're at the 50. Mm-hmm. And looks like some misdirection in the backfield. I think he might have gotten it off on the handoff to Wood. The line didn't hold up much there at all.
What happened is it was a counter, but somebody came in off the backside and stripped Hunter while he was going to hand it off.
It is going to be a loss of 4 yards back to the 10-yard line. Second down and 14 will come up for Grayson County. It's the way that the line came off of that. It almost looked like it was a screen, because you'll see that where the line will just kind of let him go to get downfield a little bit and to block. It just because Felty had nothing he could do in that situation.
it was definitely not a screen. It was definitely meant to be hand off. I don't know what happened on the left side there.
2nd down and 14 for Grayson County. Under center will go Felty. Wood is the deep back. Pitch out to the far side. Wood, he turns the corner. He's got space to work. He's continuing to move the legs on the far side of the field. And it looks like he is across the 20-yard line up to about the 23. That is a 13-yard pickup, but there is some laundry on the field.
That might be after the play.
As we'll have to see what the call is coming from our head official. Personal foul called against Edmonson County, and Kaylor, that is huge because now that gives you an extra 15 yards, and that turns about a 13-yard gain into a 28-yard gain. And I'm sure Zach Vincent, the head coach for Edmonson County, none too happy, especially when it happens in front of your bench.
If it happens on the other side, you don't really know if it happened, but if it happens on your sideline, you can definitely tell.
It goes to the 39, so that play turns out to be 29 yards for Grayson County. Huge turn of events, and now the Cougars got to find a way to put some points up on the board and make the Wildcats pay. Under center, it is Felty. He keeps it himself across the left side on the triple option, picks up about 4, but is driven backwards on the play. In there on the tackle was Keith for Edmonson County. They'll give it to the 44. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball placed on the 44 of Grayson County. Cougars in the eye. Felty, handoff Wood left side, 45-50. Wood's got a blocker in front of him and sidesteps out of bounds down to the 44-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down Cougars. Michael Wood used his blockers, and he kind of did the whole put my hand on the back of the lead blocker and push him to the first down into the promised land. Give him 12 yards on the run for Wood.
That had to be blocked extremely well because the two wrap guys came around. There was nobody there for even them to pick up.
Ball placed on the Edmonson County 45-yard line. The Cougars move into territory, and this drive started all the way back at the 3-yard line. 2 wide receivers down here to the near side. Looks like they got a tight end on the left side of that line. Still in the eye. The senior quarterback Felty is under center. He's going to keep it himself after faking the handoff to Bruce. He turns upfield at the 40-yard line. Gets down to the 36 on the keeper by Felty. That'll be a 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 1. Felty, they're getting this moving now.
Mm-hmm. And he's making all the right reads now. I don't think he's got those first half jitters out, and you can tell he's a lot more confident right now.
2nd down and 1 for Grayson County. Ball placed on the Edmonson County 35-yard line towards the near hash. The Grayson County faithful, it's a really good crowd tonight here at Cougar Stadium, trying to bring some energy to their Cougar team. Felty under the hands of Finley, the center. Hands it off to Wood. Stutter step. Wood goes back towards the middle. 30. He's got the first down to about the 29 or the 28-yard line. And Kaylor moving the chains.
Exactly.
Moving the chains.
Methodical.
It's down to the 28-yard line, officially 6 yards. And that is...
Michael Mills is down.
And that is not what you want to see for Edmonson County. And he appears to be in a lot of pain. And that is the last thing you want if you are Edmonson County, and even if you're Grayson County. Mills is playing a great game. He's a great athlete, and let's hope that nothing is too serious at all. We wanted to mention next week's game for Grayson County. They are going to be traveling to Barron County High School, and I want to mention to you, if you're planning on making the trip, or if you're planning on watching with us, however you might be doing it, that game is scheduled to kick at 8 o'clock. If it kicks at 8 o'clock, I'm buying Chase Blaine dinner, because it's not going to happen. Because the first game, it's the game 2 of a bowl, and the first game starts at 6. And Kaylor, you've played quite a bit of football. We're looking right now. This game right now, Grayson County, kicked off at 7 o'clock. It is 8:30 right now. We're an hour and a half in, and we're just over halfway through the third quarter. So if you're making the trip, if you're watching, game's scheduled to start at 8. If it starts by 8:30, I'd be surprised.
Probably not going to happen, because that fourth quarter will always take forever. It's never, especially if you have two passing teams, then it's going to take even longer.
And that first game, if you want to go out and see it, and again, it's a bowl game, so you can see both. If you're going to make the trip to Glasgow, it'll be McCreary Central against Hart County. in Game 1, and then Game 2 will be Grayson County at Barron County. So we'll have you the opportunity to see that as Michael Mills is walking off on his own power. Let's hope it's a cramp. First game of the season, that's what you hope it is, because a cramp, he can come back in later on, get the man some pickle juice, right?
Exactly.
And hopefully he is okay. He's walking off his own power, but he is still limping. And, Kaylor, I'm sure you've cramped at least once. It does not feel good.
Not.
You've never cramped on the field. Wow.
I eat mustard a lot, so I mean...
I do like mustard.
So I eat mustard so much, I've never actually had a cramp.
I sometimes get cramps in the broadcast booth. Shows you how in shape I am. I mean, I'm the pinnacle of athletic... I don't know what that laugh was about. Back to action we come. Grayson County is going to have it first down and 10. Ball placed on the Edmonson County 29-yard line. We got an extra blocker here in the backfield for Grayson. Under center will go Felty. He'll hand it off to Wood. He goes right behind those extra blockers inside the 25-yard line. Spins down inside the 20, and the Cougars are in the red zone at the 20-yard line. Michael Wood gets 8 yards. The extra blocker just opened it up like the Red Sea for Michael Wood, and he ran through. You're starting to see this offense move.
Exactly. And this has turned into Ed Smart football. We're going to keep running it until you stop it.
It is, and that's good because, I mean, you don't have to get 45 yards on every play. You don't run the air raid. That's not what you're doing.
No.
You're not Mike Leach.
We are not.
Felty will go under center again. They're going to keep this same formation with 2 fullbacks lined up behind him. It is going to be a handoff to Wood. He made a man miss in the backfield inside the 25, inside to the 15, and he is slung down, and an Edmonson County player goes hurtling over him. Not sure if he was trying to make the tackle and realized I'm not. As in there on the tackle was Jude Clemens. We've called his name a couple of times in that Edmonson County defense as their middle linebacker. That is going to be enough for a first down, though, for Wood to the 16. He needed 1. He got 4. That's the Cougars' fourth first down on the drive. Or actually, their 5th. They're driving here in this situation. 3:17 and counting to go in the third quarter. Cougars trail 12-7. And looks like it's going to be a false start on just about everybody except the center.
Yeah, I'm going to give that to about everybody but the center.
And that's one that the count, obviously, the ball didn't come.
The count did not get translated to the huddle very well, obviously.
First and 15.
Tanner Finley is the center for Grayson County, and I know he's got the nickname Kentucky.
Yep. And
I remember at a 7-on-7 last year, I heard he was playing defense, and I kept hearing Coach Jones yelling, Kentucky, Kentucky, Kentucky. And after the game, I had asked him, okay, who is Kentucky? And he explained that the reason why he's nicknamed Kentucky is that apparently he wore a Kentucky sweatshirt all the time, and Coach Smart gave him that nickname.
He still does.
Hey, you know what? I respect it. It's a handoff to Wood. To the 20, he's down to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down at about 13. Hunter Felty quickly gets the play call. Rejoins his team in the all-orange jerseys and those brand new Navy helmets. Looks towards the sideline. Player checks off the field. They're going to go in the gun this time. Will Felty. Looks like Waylon Bruce is to his right. Felty will pass. It's a screen. It is complete and dropped. Bruce had it and dropped it. And that'll bring up third down and long. Play was set up well.
It was. And that's one of those you're ready to run before you even have the ball. And sometimes the easiest ones to catch are the hardest ones.
Third down and 13. For Grayson County, they'll need to get the ball down to about the 8. This is a big play in this game for Grayson. 2 wide receivers on each side of the senior quarterback Hunter Felty. Waylon Bruce joins him in the backfield to his left. Felty to pass. It's another screen. Felty steps up, gets away from one man, gets away from a second. He's going to scramble at the 15, keeps going at the 10, dives towards the first down marker, and he is almost getting it. He's going to be about a yard or 2 short, but what about the extra effort by Hunter Felty?
And the thing about that was they ran man coverage, and if that quarterback gets outside of the pocket, nobody has the quarterback, so he's just going to have free reign for about 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards on the quarterback scramble. It'll be 4th down and 2. The Cougars have already gone 0 for 1 in the red zone once tonight. Going turnover on downs. Will it happen again here today? This time, or will Grayson punch it in? 4th down and 2. They're going to go in the eye. Wood, the fullback. Edmonson County loading up the box. We got a shift now as they're going to go load the lineup to the right side. And they're going to hand it off to Wood. He goes that way, stutter step, and he's got the first down, dives towards the 5. Michael Wood, they pulled, I think it was left guard that pulled out. And the left guard tonight is Weston Green. He pulled out from the left to the right side of the line and almost acted as the right tackle and added in an extra blocker, and Wood went right behind him down to the 6-yard line. That is a first down. Grayson County actually seems like it was a little bit closer. I thought he got it with ease. The official disagreed just a little bit, said it was to the 6. Doesn't matter. It's a first down for Grayson County. And Kaler, this will be play number 14 of the drive for Grayson. This started all the way back at their own 3. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. They trail 12-7. They've taken 7.5 minutes off the clock. This is Brian Jones football in a way, as he wants those drives and keep the other team's offense off the field.
And that's the easiest way to play defense. Don't let the offense on the field.
Felty under center. Bruce and Wood lined up behind him. Cougars looking to take the lead late in this game. It is going to be a handoff. Wood dives towards the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Michael Wood takes it from 6 yards out, and the Cougars reclaim the lead at 13-12 with 34.3 seconds to play in the third quarter. And an injured Cougar is down after the play, but Grayson County has taken the lead with 34.3 seconds to play here in this quarter, and that looks like it's a cramp.
Yeah, I think that might be Tanner Finley, if I'm right.
That's your center. That's not somebody that you want cramping.
No, you don't.
Michael Wood, though, does give Grayson County the lead here. 34.3 seconds left here in the third quarter. And let's see, do you go for 2 here?
Yes, because it makes it a 3-point game.
Edmonson County last season did attempt a couple of field goals. Owen Still, actually no, he did not. He attempted 4 PATs and he was 2 of 4. So it's not like the field goal is necessarily in, and I'm sure in a rivalry game, Edmonson County, the last thing Zach Vincent on the opposing sideline is thinking, I'm going to kick a field goal.
No, especially when you're the away team, you play to win. You're not here to play into overtime.
Finley starting to sit up. Looks like Scott Bowman, the trainer, is going to help him off the field. Every game, I got to give a shout-out to Scott.
Yep.
Shout-out Scott. He's working hard, the hardest working man in Grayson County. And Finley is hobbling off the field. It is Tanner Finley, the injured Cougar. And how about that hustle there by manager Cole Snyder? Tell you, last week when we weren't on air, we made fun of about an 8-second 40.
Yep.
I think that was about a 4.2. That's a sprint over to Tanner Finley.
That's getting close to Chris Johnson there.
Yeah. Getting close to John Ross, too, but hopefully Cole's a little better. Hopefully Cole's a little more Chris Johnson than he is John Ross.
Exactly, yeah. That 0.02 seconds.
34.3. Grayson is going to go for 2 here in this situation.
I would look for Jaron to really be going on an arrow route here, or look for Michael to be going inside and coming back out.
Bruce is in the backfield. To the right of the senior quarterback, Felty. Grayson County leads 13-12. It's a 2-point conversion. New center into the game. Felty looks to scramble, throws at the sticks. Touchdown on the 2-point conversion. Grayson County's got it, and they lead 15-12, 34.3 seconds to play in the third quarter. This is Cougar football right here on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Thank you
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC.
To 12, 34.3 seconds to play here in the third quarter, and Kaler, the Cougars needed a score in the worst kind of way, and that is exactly what they did. And, I mean, a 14-play, 97-yard drive that took nearly 8 minutes off the clock.
That's a momentum killer right there.
I'm sure if Brian Jones, if I told him that before the game, he'd be doing backflips down the hallway there in the locker room. And a little pooch kick as Cotton just sliding down on that was Edmonson County, as that was caught on the play by David Brewer, the senior. And the Wildcats now will get the ball that they have not had in what feels like about 4 hours.
With how long that drive was, yeah, it definitely felt like that.
32.3 on the clock here in the third quarter. Grayson took the lead, but I'm sure if you're Edmonson County here, you're saying, okay, let's see what we can do.
Because they've been moving the ball really well all game, too.
And that's what the Tobacco Bowl's all about. Back and forth the two teams go. I love it. I've yet to see a close Tobacco Bowl. This is year 5 for me. I've seen 3 previous ones. Grayson has won handily in the previous 3. I've yet to see the true close game. Anderson to pass. It's a screen, and is it intercepted on the far side? It is! Grayson picks it off on the far side of the field. Grayson County will get the ball. It was a bad throw, and Jaron Van Meter picks it off on the far side of the field, and the Cougars have it on Jaron Van Meter's 4th career interception. And Kaler, that's what you want too.
That's a right place, right time interception right there. Because that ball was going straight, almost should have been going straight to the outside receiver, set up for a screen, but quarterback mishandled it, threw it right to him.
I think if you ask Jaron, though, he's going to say he read it perfectly.
Yeah, he actually did read it, but he was going for the tackle. He was definitely not going for the pick.
Oh, I don't think he would. I think he'd absolutely say he was going for the pick the entire time.
Exactly.
He's a professional. 27.8 on the clock. Grayson County has a chance to add to their 3-point lead. They got trips down here to the near side. And it is fakes the handoff to Bruce, and Felty keeps it himself and is dropped backwards. Let's see if Brian Jones will run one more play, or if he'll take his lead into the end of the quarter break here.
He's probably going to take the quarter.
I think I would here. You've got 10 seconds. I think that's exactly what he is going to do. But Grayson County takes the lead. They lead 15-12 at the end of 3. Quarter number 4 in the Tobacco Bowl comes up next. This is Cougar football right here on K105.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Oh, the stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I was wondering if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's a fake!
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Grayson County leads 15-12 as we start quarter number 4 in the Tobacco Bowl. Sam Gormley and Kaler Decker with you on the call. Bring a couple quick score updates. Our friends down in Graves County, which we'll get to make the trip there in a couple of weeks, they trail Mayfield 22-0, 3 minutes and 32 seconds to play in the third quarter of that game. St. X leads Owensboro 28-14. That game has just about 6 minutes to go. between two of the top teams in the entire state. Grayson County will have the ball out of the timeout. Second down and long. It's a pitch down here to the near side at the 45, at the 40. Turns upfield at the 35, down to the 30-yard line. Michael Wood just continuing to move. It wasn't like he was in a full sprint. He was just waiting for his blockers, and a great run by Wood.
That's great perimeter blocking and great patience.
And we have an injured player, I believe for Edmonson County down on the Grayson County sideline. Hopefully he's okay. It's hard for us to see, but everyone's going to go down to a knee, as it's a 15-yard pickup for Michael Wood on the first play of the fourth quarter. We'll try to find a couple of other quick score updates for you while this is happening. Warren Central leads Bullitt Central 7-0 halfway through the third quarter. They have not won since 2015. Barron County leads Metcalfe County 9-6 at the end of the third quarter. That's who the Cougars will face next week. Let's see. Davis County leads 43-7 over Meade County halfway through the third quarter. And that appears most of the scores that we have to bring you. I know Butler appears one. Owensboro Catholic all over Apollo, 35-6 in the third quarter. And looks like they're actually going to take a full timeout here. If I'd have known that, we'd have gone and we'd have paid some bills and gone to the commercial break. But instead, we'll just bring you some score updates. E-Town defeats North Bullitt 44-0. That is a final score. And that appears most of the score updates that I have to bring you. Trying to see is, Kayla, I'll have to let you know too, I always have to bring my high school update. I went to Cooper High School in Northern Kentucky. I haven't seen an update come through. So maybe the Jaguars pick up. They're playing, I think, George Rogers Clark tonight. So I got to be sure, if anything, just for me. Out of the timeout, Grayson County will have it. First down and 10 at the Edmonson 30-yard line. In the I formation will go Felty. And that was kind of a weird play there. There's a penalty flag thrown on the far side. It was a penalty on the Cougars, false start on the Cougars.
That was a very delayed call, though.
Yeah, because the way that ball was snapped, it just looked, it was weird.
It probably, Tanner does have a tendency sometimes he'll get a mishandle on the ball and he'll move it a little bit and then come back up, and that's a false snap. And that's illegal. They'll call a false start on that.
Yeah, an illegal snap. Yeah, I think I saw that in like a college game or something I was watching. And it's luckily, obviously the officials are not mic'd here, so we have to just read based on signals what they're trying to say. Felty goes back though under center. 11-17 to go in tonight's game. 15-12, Grayson County on top of Edmonson County. They're going to try and add another score on, which, I mean, if the Cougars can take a couple minutes off, put a score in here, could make you feel a little bit better if you're wearing orange and blue tonight.
Yeah.
But Edmonton still moved the ball well.
They are.
So I mean, this game is never over until there's 3 zeros on the clock. And the fat lady, as they say, is not starting to sing anytime soon here in Litchfield. Felty goes under center. Bruce is the fullback. Wood is the deep back. And he'll hand it off to Bruce, who just dives forward. And that right there is Waylon Bruce as a fullback. They just handed it to him and pretty much said, just go. And he just pretty much dove forward and took half of the Edmonson County team with him. It's like a bus out there. He'll gain that false start back. So it's now second down and 10. So he gains the 5 yards back on the run there by Bruce. The Cougar offense, clearly whatever Brian Jones said at halftime, worked. Because not that they look bad in the first half, the offense. Just something a little off.
They would stall late in drives, but you saw in that last drive, 14 plays, 97 yards, never stalled.
Yeah, and you can't draw it out. I'm not even sure they had a negative play at all in that drive. I'd have to look at my notes other than the one penalty, I think, that they had against them. Under center, kept by Felty across the near side. He's got a blocker inside the 25, inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Cougars! Hunter Felty from 30 yards out, and Grayson has opened this game up. They lead 21-12 with 10:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Felty shows the wheels. And Kaylor, that is exactly what you want.
Exactly.
Because how Grayson County felt in that first quarter That energy was like a straw just taking it out. That's what the sideline on the other side is feeling.
And that's a huge score. Even if you miss this field goal here, it's still a two-possession game.
Jackson Kane puts it down. It is long enough, and it is no good wide right. But Grayson County takes the lead. They lead 21-12 with 10:05 to play. This is Cougar football on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials.
As the 30-yard touchdown run, and Grayson County leads 21-12 with 10:05 to play here in tonight's game. And Kaler, that is what the doctor ordered.
Exactly.
Grayson, their first drive of the second half, 14 plays, 97 yards. You know what? Your second drive, only 4 plays, but 6 points, 6 points.
It doesn't matter how many plays it takes.
As it'll be Jackson Kane to kick deep, and this is huge here for Grayson because the defense now has a chance to really put an end to this game, and that bounces out of bounds, and that is not what you wanted to give Edmonson County decent field position. Kane's got a leg. And Edmonson County is going to have the ball placed at the Grayson County 35-yard line. Sam Gormley and Kaler Decker with you on the call here tonight on an absolutely gorgeous night for football here at Cougar Stadium. I mean, the temperature right now has dropped, 75 degrees. That is perfect. It's probably a little warm on the field.
It always is.
But if you're a fan out here listening, it is perfect for you tonight. It's 10:05 to play here in tonight's contest. Grayson County, low snap. Anderson gets it. The Edmonson County quarterback throws, nearly intercepted again. Jaron Van Meter almost had his second in as many plays, and if he'd have gotten that one, he'd have had the dagger because that would have been a pick 6.
He read it perfectly. He just didn't catch it.
And Kaler, I'm not a football expert. I fully admit that. But am I not correct in saying that it's usually a good thing to catch the ball?
Typically.
I mean, I'm not an expert.
The
I fully
only
admit this.
time you don't want to do that is when you're on defense on 4th down and they throw a long pass. That's about the only time you do not want to do that.
And still, that's even tough to think about because you're so used to, I got to catch the ball. Grayson County leads this game, though. 21-12. Handoff up the middle on the run, and it's a short gain. And even the Cougar defensive line has kind of taken an extra. Will Scott was in there on the tackle for Grayson. It just seems there's something different here in the second half for Grayson. Only 1 yard on the run for the Wildcats. 21-12 is the Cougar lead, trying to win their 4th straight Tobacco Bowl, something that they've never done. These two teams have met. This is time number 46. Never won the Tobacco Bowl 4 years in a row. Edmonson County has. Cougars won 3 in a row a couple of times. They've just never gotten that sneaky 4th one. They're trying to do it tonight, but Edmonson County trying to keep themselves in this game. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun formation, Anderson steps up in the pocket. He's going to let it fly down the seam, and it is incomplete. Overthrows his wide receiver up the middle, intended for Darren Alexander, and it'll bring up 3rd down in about 8 or 9. I like the call, and I mean, he's got an arm.
He does, and they've honestly had those shots open. We are not in great position to play those, but he's missed them.
And you got to be careful because you're going to play some teams this year.
You're going to play some teams where the quarterback doesn't miss.
There's this team out of Davis County. You might have heard of them.
I've heard of them a couple times. Played them a couple times.
Owensboro, is that what they're called? Blue Devils?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure they're red.
We got a timeout on the field. We're going to take this timeout with them. 21-12. Grayson County leads 8:53 to go. This is Cougar football on K105.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
Wondering if you guys want any. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The building.
Edmonson County will have the ball. 4th down and 9. Ball placed on their own 36-yard line. Huge play in this game. If Grayson County can get a stop, the Wildcats kind of have to go for it.
They will.
With under 9 minutes to go. It is the shotgun formation for Anderson. He's going to throw a screen, intercepted by Grayson County. At the 26-yard line, the Cougars get their 3rd interception of the game. And loving it is Will Scott.
Yes, he is. That's why they always say get your hands up, because sometimes you'll get lucky.
Will Scott gets the interception. The Cougars are knocking on the door again. How about Scott, the senior? I think it's probably safe to say Will Scott doesn't get many chances to catch the ball.
No, he doesn't. But he has had talks about playing tight end, and I think he might bring that up to Coach Jones next week.
Did you see those hands?
Yeah.
See those hands? I mean, that's elite right there.
It is.
Grayson County will now have the ball. 8:48 to go. They'll have a chance to put some more points up on the board and make this game look a little bit further apart than it really has been. But still, the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over here or do something silly because there's a ton of time left in this game.
Especially in the 4th quarter.
Officially, the ball is going to be placed at the 26 of Edmonson County. Handoff, right side Woods, spins and maybe picks up one to the 25. He was trying to find something to do there, but just he is lucky to get the 1 yard that he did.
He was.
8.5 to go. Grayson leads 21-12. Cougars have intercepted 3 passes, which means that Sheriff Norman Chafin's going to be shelling out $150 at the end of tonight, and he's going to be donating $50 to the Cougar football boosters for every interception this season. Jaron Van Meter, Will Scott, of course his son Grayson Chaffins are making him pay. I guess, well, now that I'm mentioning Norman Chaffins, don't I have to call him a Hall of Famer? Isn't that an obligation? He's a Cougar football Hall of Famer. And we have a whistle blown, and a timeout is going to be taken by Brian Jones. Speaking of Hall of Famers, I haven't given a shout-out yet so far to our good friend Roger Lush. I know he's probably locked in watching down in North Carolina. If you are a Cougar football alum or just a fan of Cougar football, maybe you're an alum of the high school, you were connected with the football team, enjoyed going to games, you're allowed to join their alumni association and support. They do really good work. I know coming up here in a couple of weeks for the Muhlenberg County game, which is the next home game on September the 23rd, they're going to be having a huge alumni tailgate that is going to be happening behind the scoreboard here at Cougar Stadium. So if you're maybe watching from out of town, make your way down here for homecoming. Roger and his crew do great work, and it'll be a great night for you to come out and see a lot of people you haven't seen in a long time. I know that the pictures are really cool. To see people that just, former teammates that maybe have drifted apart over the years, maybe someone's moved. So be sure to visit. They have a Facebook group if you want more information. Grayson County Football Alumni Association. Roger and his crew do great work. Out of the timeout here, Grayson County will have it. It'll be 2nd down and 9, ball placed on the Edmonson County 25. So look down there. Roger says, thanks. I said, of course. I knew he was locked in. He doesn't miss a play. Under center, we'll go Felty, the quarterback. In the eye. Fakes the handoff to Wood, and he's hit high. Those are always plays you're worried about. Felty immediately hops back up. In there on the sack was Jude Clemens for Edmonson County. And Kaler, you saw that one coming easily.
Yep. And as you're turning around as a quarterback, you really have to check that side, because it's not technically your blind side, but on a play like that, it becomes your blind side, and Hunter didn't check it, and you could tell.
It's a loss of 9 yards on the play. 3rd down and long here for Grayson County, and I think it's a screen, you're thinking here in this situation?
They're either going to run a screen, which with Wayland in the backfield probably indicates they probably are, or they're taking a shot because they're in man right now, and you do have a favorable matchup with Michael in the slot.
2 wide receivers on each side. Felty looks to pass. It is a screen to Bruce. He catches it at the 35, at the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Waylon Bruce punched it in the end zone, and Grayson opens it up 27-12 with 6:55 to go here in tonight's game. Waylon Bruce on the pass completion, 34 yards.
He showed a little agility there, making that one-man miss in the open field.
I like it. I know the thing with Waylon, and Kaler, you can confirm this as well, he was the person that came to Brian Jones and said, I want to play running back.
And Coach Jones told him he was going to have to do some work, lose some weight, put on some muscle, and he definitely did that.
He is a big man.
He is.
And he's not a guy I'd want to meet in a hole, whether I'm as a running back to him as a linebacker as Jackson Kane. It's a line drive spinning kick that is wide left. Jackson Kane misses it wide left, but 6:55 to go in tonight's game. Grayson County now leads 27-12, and I'm sure this is getting closer to what the Cougars had in mind coming here today. As officially, you can give that 34 yards.
But you're still only up 2 possessions with 7 minutes left. You're nowhere close to being out of this.
Especially with it being a rivalry game. I mean, in Edmonson County, there's a lot to go in this. The Cougar student section chanting Waylon right now as they stand alongside the track. Oh, look, the Cougar mascot has made an appearance. I hadn't seen him yet today, and he makes his appearance down there at the bottom of the bleachers. Maybe got to get him a matching outfit or something next time.
Yeah, he has basketball shorts on. That really doesn't match.
He's wearing, it's like Coach Johnston might have hooked him up with some their orange alternates, and that's an old Cougar football jersey too.
But then again, I don't know if we have any football pants that would fit.
It's true. It might be a little. Those are usually a little tight.
They have to be.
But he's even got the Hunter Felty jersey on.
He does. He's repping them.
The Cougar is here, and immediately when he comes up into the bleachers, he's like a magnet for kids. Everyone wants to come and give a fist pump. Pictures being taken left and right with a Grayson County Cougar. Oh, somebody was coming down to see him, and he walked away. Oh, there he goes. He's going to turn back and see it. I like it. Good to see here the crowd, and it's a really nice night, and it's Cougars now are starting to play like everyone had expected. 27-12, they lead, 6:55 to go. Jackson Kane was going to kick it, but the ball falls off on the tee. Kane to boot away. A line drive spinning kick that is going to bounce out of bounds again. It's not necessarily been the best of nights for Jackson Kane, but that's tough as a kicker. I mean, kickers, you get that opportunity because hopefully not in this game, but missed extra point is huge in some games.
Special teams are often more important in close games, but there's going to be some games more even than this, and like last year with Brett County, there was special teams define the game more than anything.
Especially, in those toss-ups. You never really know what can happen, and I like it, though. This is good. Cougars starting to get a good taste in their mouth. moving into Barron County next week. We'll try to see if we can't bring you an update from that game here in a few moments. Alexander in the shotgun, rolls here to the near side to throw. It is complete. A dump down to Michael Mills. Good to see him back in the game after he left with what we thought was a cramp, and that pretty much confirmed. It's about a 5-yard pickup to the 40-yard line. 27-12. Grayson on top of Edmonson. 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go, and that clock is starting to roll here for. If you're a fan of Edmonson County, the clock is your worst
Yes, it is.
nightmare. Second down and 5. Ball placed on the Edmonson 40-yard line on the near hash. Alexander in the gun. Cougars showing blitz. It's picked up really well by Edmonson County, and at the last second it corrals, and here comes Anderson. He's got wheels. At the 45, a penalty flag comes in. Ball comes out. Edmonson County falls down on it in Grayson County territory. No, it's still out, and now Grayson County comes down with it. The ball comes out twice, and the Cougars have it. The ball comes out. Grayson falls down on the bottom of the pile.
And there's a flag.
And there is a flag down, but I believe this is going to be on Edmonson County, which would give Grayson County the ball back. Holding on Edmonson County, Cougar ball, the 4th takeaway of the night. And Sheriff Chaffins might have to get a second job.
At this point, he might.
Grayson County.
The fumble, I'm not sure who was the play that ended up coming down. Did you get a good eye on?
I think it might have been Grayson.
Even better. You know what? We're going to say it was Grayson. And I
it was
tried
Grayson.
to convince the sheriff before the season that every turnover for Grayson should be double. He didn't agree to it.
I mean,
so if you see Sheriff Chaffins out in public, pressure him for that. Open up the pockets.
Well, if Grayson keeps getting these turnovers, I don't blame him for saying no, because he'd be broke.
I love it. Grayson County is going to have it. Ball placed on the 43-yard line of themselves. Trips to the right side. Felty in the shotgun. A little bit of a low snap. Design quarterback run. Felty up the middle across the 45. Gets to the 47. Pick up about 3 yards on the run there for Hunter Felty.
Gains 3 on the play.
It'll be second down and one of those long 7, short 6. Not sure how exact we're going to get when we look at it. It's 5.5 minutes to play. And again, Brian Jones is going to say, we're just going to let that clock continue to roll.
Run the ball.
Run the ball. And get out of here with a W, because in 10 years, when you think back about the Tobacco Bowl, all that's going to matter is what the final score was. No one will remember. And really, even Barron County next week, it doesn't matter what happened tonight.
Nope.
Means absolutely nothing. Bruce shifts from the left to the right side of Felty. Another quarterback draw. Felty up across the 50, across the 45, down to the 40-yard line. He lowered his shoulder and took out Michael Mills down to the 41-yard line. And that's another first down for Grayson County. You can give Felty about 12 yards on the run. I think the quarterback run for Felty, especially in the second half, has been really good.
It has. And especially with how good of an arm he has, that draw play is extremely good for him.
Couple score updates I see coming through. Owensboro Catholic leads Apollo 42-14 in the fourth quarter. That is a final score. And Davis County's defeated Meade County 43-14. Again, the Cougars letting that clock roll as we're at the 5-minute mark.
One thing Hunter has to learn, though, in those situations, you get down before you go out of bounds, especially at this point in the game,
where the clock is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Felty, again, run up the middle, dives forward, and a late penalty flag comes in. And I'm not sure if we're going to have a hold or where it was thrown. It could almost be a face mask on Edmonson.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything, but that doesn't mean anything. We'll see what the head official says. He comes to deliver the call. Face mask on Edmonson County. Where that was thrown, it means it's either a hold or a face mask.
Yep.
Or illegal hands to the face, I guess, could be the other thing. But that'll move the Cougars forward. Now the question is it the go to 5 or the 15?
Looks like it's going down to the 24.
So that'll be a 15.
Yep.
It'll be, down to the 24, 23-yard line here for Grayson County. Have a chance to put another touchdown here up. 27-12, 4 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. That clock continues to roll. Felty under center. Pitches it here to the near side to Wood. Turns upfield. Wood's got space inside the 15. Spins out of a tackle and gets down to the 11-yard line. Michael Wood, how he got a couple of extra yards there, I'm not sure.
I think he had to jump over one of our players, if I'm being honest.
13 on the play. First down, Grayson County.
Gives it down to the 11-yard line. Pickup of 12 yards on the run. It'll be first down and 10 from the 11. You can hear the knocking on the door right now. Final score to bring you. Hancock County defeats Breckenridge County tonight 56-0. At the half, McLean County leads Ohio County 22-0. Those are some scores that I have coming through right here. Grayson County will be seeing 3 of those 4 teams this season, and they already saw Hancock County, who I was very impressed by.
Yes.
Very impressed by. 3 minutes, 35 seconds and counting. The clock continues to roll, and if you're wearing orange tonight, a timeout will be taken by Grayson County, and we will take it with them. 3:29 to go. Grayson all over Edmonson, 27-12. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 400246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County will have the ball here with 3.5 minutes to go. They lead 27-12. Kaylor's been a different team in the second half for Grayson.
It has. They look completely re-energized from where they were in the first half, where they looked slow, almost like today's goal.
And they'll go in the I formation here, Will Grayson. Felty under center. Wood is the deep back. Felty's going to pass. It's a little jump pass, throwing end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Grayson County scores another one, and they now lead 33-12. Jaden Kinney on the pass reception.
I don't think he could have ran the ball down there better to him. I mean, that was a beautiful pass.
It's a little jump pass. That's one thing that Hunter Felty, listen, and I even asked him this, I think, he's short.
He is.
And that can be really good for a quarterback because they can't see you. No. And I mean, it's not even me being mean. It's just truth, and it really helps. I mean, if you're not Josh Allen, it's almost good to be Hunter Felty.
Exactly.
High snap. Kane gets it off, but it is no good. Wide to the right, but Grayson County leads 33-12 with 3:24. Felty gets the touchdown pass. His second of the game. Jaden Kinney, his first career touchdown, 11 yards on the completion. And the Cougars are rolling here in the second half. They trailed at the half 12-7, but now have scored. Kaylor, if I can do math right, that's 26 unanswered.
Yes.
And at Friday night, I can never really put it past myself to do math. If I can even talk. To be able to do math at whatever time it is, 9:15. And again, we're saying, about next week's game, 8 o'clock, it's not going to start at 8 o'clock.
No.
If it starts at 8 o'clock, I might give Chase Blaine $300. He's our director for tonight, and I can't say that, though, because with my luck, it'll be a running clock in the first half or something, and then I'll be out that money. As it is Grayson County with kicking here. It'll be Jackson Kane to kick deep. And this time he puts it square in the middle, and that's exactly what you want. And it's bobbled by Edmonson County. They're going to pick it up at the 16-yard line, up to the 23 on the run. And just seems like everything that could go wrong for Edmonson here in the second half is going wrong.
Yep.
Brings it up to the 24-yard line. It's going to be first and 10.
Ball's going to be placed on the Edmonson 24. In fact, Edmonson County has not run a play in their territory since early in the second half, when they started the ball at midfield and got the ball forward a little bit and had to punt it. And it's credit to Grayson.
Yep, that defense has been really stout this second half.
Be interesting when we talk to Coach Jones post-game to see what adjustments were made by both him and Kevin Embry. Next week, though, we will be at Barron County High School. As if you haven't made the trip there, it's a really nice facility that they just renovated, I don't know, in the last about 5 or 6 years ago. It's very nice there, turf field. Game 1 will be McCreary Central against Hart County. And then the week after that, we make the trip to Calhoun, face McLean County. And then the week after that, as the Cougars are turning into road warriors here.
Yes, we are.
4 straight on the road as they make the trip to, as it goes, Barron, McLean, Butler, and then closing the road trip at Graves County. So they saved the best one for last.
And the longest one.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's the best one. Team bonding. Anderson hands it off right side. Nothing going. A little bit of extracurriculars here after the play, and good for a teammate there coming in to break that one up before anything else happened. As I think that was Grayson Chaffins that came in there and said, hey, let's stop.
It's got that sheriff's blood in him.
Got to stop it when things go bad. Pick up a 1 yard. It'll be second down and 9. 2 minutes, 45 seconds and counting to play here tonight's game. The Cougars, barring a improbable comeback, will win the Tobacco Bowl for their 4th straight time. That's the first time that they've ever done that in program history. The tobacco stick will remain painted in orange and blue here tonight. And I think I even heard Coach Jones talk earlier. There's a pitch down here to the near side across the 25-yard line up to the 29 on the run for the Wildcats. As on the run, I might have been Mills.
Noah Meredith on the carry for Edmonson County.
A little slow to know. It wasn't Mills. Weston Green was in there on the tackle, as it is Noah Meredith, who also is listed to potentially playing some quarterback. He played quarterback a little bit last season, as he was 3 of 4 passing. He was one of their leading receivers as well a year ago. Give him about 4 yards on the run to the 29. It'll be third down and 5. Ball placed at the 29.5-yard line. Grayson County under 2 minutes to go. Going to move to 1-0 on the year. Some shifting going on in that Edmonson County line. And a whistle is blown. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Edmonson County.
Timeout. Edmonson County.
It is a timeout taken by the Wildcats. 1 minute, 31 seconds to go here in tonight's game. As we invite you to join us all season long right here on K105, or you can always watch via K105 Digital Productions. Go to the K105 YouTube page, hit that red subscribe button. You get notified when we go live, and it's a good way to keep up with the Cougars if you can't make a game this season, or if you want to go back and watch. Make sure you can do that, and especially for some of these road trips that we're going to take that are not necessarily the easiest places in the world to get to. We'll make Barron County next week, McLean County, which is it's not very far, but it's just not necessarily the easiest place in the world to get to. And you'll have Butler County, which is the highlight of my season, and Graves County. Kayla, I think you could tell there was some sarcasm in that.
Yeah, definitely was.
I formation. I'm kidding. I love my friends in Morgantown. And it is a handoff to the fullback.
turnover.
Ball's out. Grayson County has it inside the 30-yard line. Now the Cougars fumble it. They fall down on it this time, though. And to pick it up, I believe, was Jaron Van Meter.
Yep.
Van Meter picks up the fumble. That's another one, $250 now. We'll head towards the Football Alumni Association. And now this is always interesting. You're playing your rival. You got a chance to punch another one in there. Will Brian Jones do that, or will he just throw the knee down?
I think he will. He's already said in practice. He's like, I mean, we have the opportunity to. Last year we called the dogs off out of respect for Coach Smart. This year, don't really know anybody down there.
Yeah, it's nothing personal, and in a lot of ways too. If you were Edmonson County, you'd expect them to do the same thing
You would
to
do
you.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially in a rivalry game.
No, you don't do that to a team that's not a rival.
No.
Like Owensboro shouldn't do that to Grayson. I mean, listen, Owensboro, if they play 1,000 times, they're going to win a lot of them.
Yep.
And I think in those instances, you don't do situations like that. But if you're playing your rival, I have nothing against it. Now, if you're up by like 70, maybe there gets to be a line, but I think that's it. I think Warren Central just scored again. Could it be happening? A final score: Metcalfe County defeats Barron County 12-9. So that's the Cougars' next opponent. Glasgow all over John Hardin at the half, 34-0. The tobacco stick will continue to be painted orange and blue tonight, and they are going to go into the victory formation, Will Grayson, so that'll drop it, and they're going to pick up the win here tonight by a final score of 33-12. And Grayson is going to improve to 1-0 on the season, and the tobacco stick will remain orange and blue tonight. Henderson County defeats Callaway County 61-6. We invite you to stay tuned in for the fifth quarter show after this. We'll run down some of the scores from around the region, the scores from this game, how we got to it, and of course, we'll talk to the head man himself, Brian Jones, as we get ready for this game. Cougars throw one more knee down, and that's all that they will need to do. You can count it down. Grayson County, the tobacco stick, stays in Litchfield tonight, and Grayson County wins the game by a final score of 33-12. And they're going to line it up, shake some hands, and it wasn't pretty, Kaler, but it was a win.
No win's a win.
Cougars win the tobacco stick for the fourth straight time, for the first time in program history. We can count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Triple zeros on the board and a W for the Cougars. Grayson County wins 33-12. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Cougar football on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the...
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars win the Tobacco Bowl for their fourth straight time by a final score of 33-12 against Edmonson County. Sam Gorley and Kaylor Decker welcome you back up into the broadcast booth here tonight. And Kaylor, it was not pretty in the first half, but a win is a win is a win.
It always is, and it doesn't always have to be pretty, and most of the times it's not going to be pretty, but as long as it's a win, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
I thought in the second half, it's clear that whatever Brian Jones told his team at halftime worked, because it was, and honestly, and this is not a perfect example because it wasn't similar, but it seemed like the first half energy was similar to the energy you saw against Hancock County.
Mm-hmm.
The second half energy was similar to what you saw against Hopkins County Central. It's not an exact comparison, but it is similar because, and I mean, a lot of that is when you're winning, you get that energy. But the key is keeping that energy when you're winning.
Exactly.
And Grayson County picks up the win tonight by the final score of 33-12. And for Edmonson County, you know, they played hard. They played well, and this team is very much improved. I don't think they're going winless again.
No, they're not. They are definitely not.
As they have definitely improved a lot. I mean, you look next week. They host Butler County. Butler County picked up a huge win last night. They defeated Russellville, who was the defending 1A state runner-up. Last night, 33-6, something like that. I might just be making that score up, but something like that. And, I mean, they got some tough games. I mean, Warren East always solid down in the Bowling Green area. Hancock County for Edmonson, that's going to be tough. I mean, games like Caverna, Clinton County, Greene County, Monroe County, Breck, all opportunities for them to get better. And, I mean, for Grayson County, it's the same thing. It's an opportunity to get better, and that's what brings it next week against Barron County. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we will hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones. We'll run down the scoring from this game and have a little bit more. So we'll take a break, come back. Cougars win tonight in the Tobacco Bowl by a final score of 33-12. This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy. Blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show on K105. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you. And Brian Jones is making the long trek up. And here's the hardest part about the new bleachers is I don't think anyone knows where the stairs are. I'm still trying to figure that out. As Coach Jones will be meeting us up here, and we'll get his thoughts on the matchup. Grayson County wins the Tobacco Bowl tonight by a final score of 33-12. And they have won the Tobacco Bowl for the fourth straight year as Coach Jones is getting ready to make his way into the press box right now as they pick up the win tonight again by that final score of 33-12. Cougars were down 12-7 at the half, but came back and scored 26 unanswered to pick up the win. As I'm joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. And Coach, second half was pretty impressive by your team. What was said at halftime?
You know, that really we were shooting ourselves in the foot, and a couple of small mistakes led to us not finishing drives, and you know, that we shored things up. We were going to be fine. We had to tackle better, made an adjustment to their bubble screen that hurt us a little bit, and got an interception out of it, almost got another interception out of it, got a tackle for a loss or no gain out of it. So good adjustment by the defensive guys, you know, and really just told them to keep fighting, keep battling. We needed to get it stopped and punch one in and then kind of take things over, and that's what they did. Defense in the second half. Here's Edmonson County's drives for you. Punt, interception, interception, fumble, fumble. That wins games. Yeah. That wins games. It's pretty good defense. Especially in the first half when you look that it was turnover on down, interception, but touchdown, touchdown. Mm-hmm. The defense, what was it that was different? Making some plays. I mean, just really they hit a bubble screen for they're close to the end of the half. They hit that bubble screen for about 30 yards, got them inside the 5, and was able to punch one in. They ran the bubble another time for a big play, and you know, both really every time we were kind of right there to make some plays and just didn't make some tackles, and resulted in some really big plays for them. And so just a couple of minor adjustments and better tackling, and really, you know, the fight that the kids showed. I was a little leery at coming out of halftime. You know, I wasn't quite sure where our minds were and what the kids thought about the game. And I told Coach Decker on the headset that, you know, I didn't have a real good feeling because we just kind of seemed a little defeated. And then, you know, you start making a couple plays, and that changes the energy. And so, you know, got to give it to those guys for fighting the way they did, because there was a lot of really nice plays made in the second half, both sides of the ball. I thought Felty in the second half, especially, not that he played bad in the first half at the quarterback position, but I thought his decision-making in the second half was just about as good as you want. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, in the first half, I kind of got caught being maybe a little greedy on the offensive play calling. And, we probably should have just stayed in the eye a lot more. And we kind of got out of it here and there and trying to see, find some things that were working for us. And really, in the second half, we came back to bread and butter and, and did a really good job. Offensive line just owned the line of scrimmage. And so, that's, I guess, live and learn, try a trick play and throw an interception. That's a big momentum swing to start the game. And so, I maybe sometimes I overdo it, but the kids did a great job of just responding, staying the course, and couldn't be more proud of their effort in the second half.
If when you were walking down the stairs, coming back onto the field, in between to start the second half, if I'd have told you that your first drive would be 14 plays, take 8 minutes off the clock, and go 97 yards, I'm sure you'd have said, I'll take it, because that's exactly what your team did.
Realistically, that's kind of where we've hung our hat the years we've been good, is having some drives like that, being able to eat up clock, hold on to the football, and just maul people up front. And the years that we've been good, that's been our identity. And so, that to me is Cougar football. And it was really good to feel that because, sometimes I think we lacked that a little bit last year, the ability to kind of just run right at people and say, stop us. And, to see that out of this team early in the season, that's something that I think we can build on. And I love it. I mean, that's my kind of football, just ground and pound and grind it out and say, we're going to line right up and run right at you. It's your job to stop us. And when you got offensive linemen that take a little pride in winning up front, good things happen.
Your team, I think, it's probably safe to say, didn't expect Edmonson to be in this as much. And I think
and to be honest with you, completely different team schematically than they had shown in their scrimmage.
Because I went in my pregame, they're going to run the wing tee, and
yep.
Maybe one play they ran in the wing tee?
I don't think they ran any in the wing tee. They were almost exclusively wing tee and I in the scrimmage. Shotgun maybe once or twice. So we, really focus in on the wing tee and the I, and then they're 4 wide spread shotgun almost the entire time. And that quarterback's really,
He's
athletic and can be elusive. And so, he makes one person miss in the middle, and we're not in the proper rush lanes and things, and he picked up some big plays. That was another big change for them in the first half, in the second quarter, that they didn't do quite so much in the first quarter. He started running the ball, and it started giving us some problems as well. But we did a much better job keeping him kind of pinned down and in the pocket, and and then, like I said, took the bubble screens away, and just a really good job at adjusting on the fly, because we didn't really work against that nearly as much because they hadn't showed it. That really just didn't appear to be them in the scrimmage. And so, that's the downside of only them scrimmaging one time and only getting to see them for a brief amount of time in a scrimmage that's, a lot different than a real game because they played theirs a little bit different than we played our second one. And, so we were caught off guard a little bit by that. And, kudos to them, but our kids made some good halftime adjustments and really changed the momentum pretty quickly in the second half.
Next week you make a trip to Barron County, which is going to be kind of a weird game because you're playing an hour later. At least they say. It's probably going to be more like an hour and a half to 2 hours later, which is a little different. Barron County, they played Metcalfe County tonight. Metcalfe won 12-9.
Okay.
So a low-scoring defensive game. Barron, I think, does run the wing tee. I think
they do some. They really kind of my little bit of knowledge of them so far is they're kind of multiple. They'll get in some gun stuff too. They got a really nice tight end. They got a really big, powerful back, and and so we're going to have to do some things. And I wouldn't doubt if we see some bubble screens, they don't take some shots because they have some athletes, and so we're going to have to. Shore up some things before them because they're going to be, I think, better than Edmonson was. And, hopefully we've got a good game plan going in and can come out of that with a victory.
Coach, we look forward to it. We'll see you next Friday.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
That's head coach Brian Jones. The Cougars win tonight, 33-12. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money, so...
If you guys want any... OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog! He's a fake!
Oh! I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County picks up the win tonight against Edmonson County by a final score of 33-12. Sam Bormley and Kaylor Decker with you tonight, and we'll just quickly run through the scoring before some closing thoughts. Edmonton, no scoring in the first quarter of play, but it was Edmonson County who struck first. They took a 6-0 lead on the 3-yard touchdown run by Tyler Anderson with 6:47 left in the second quarter. Grayson County answered with a 30-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Feldy to Michael Wood, and the Cougars took a 7-6 lead, but the Wildcats had an answer right back, a 10-play drive, punched in by a 2-yard touchdown run by Anderson, and it was the Cats on top of the Cougs, 12-7 at the half. Edmonson County got the ball to start the second half, started to move the ball, and from that point on, it was all Cougars. 6-yard touchdown run by Michael Wood to give Grayson County the lead. As they went for two, made it 15-12. Jared Van Meter had an interception. Hunter Felty touchdown. Will Scott interception. Felty to Bruce touchdown. Fumble recovered by Grayson Chaffins. Felty to Kinney for another touchdown, and then the Cougars got another fumble before laying on it and coming out there with a win. Really impressive win tonight for Grayson County. 33-12 is the final score tonight. And Kaylor, I think that, first half Grayson County, if I'd ask you on that, you'd probably say, ooh.
It was rough.
Second half Grayson County, you're probably thinking, this is what this team could be.
They can be even better than that, honestly, because there were still some mistakes they made in the second half that, if they sure up, can be a really good team.
And I think in a lot of this, too, if that first half was played in 5 weeks, you'd probably feel even worse about it. But it is the first game of the season. Some of those jitters have to come up. Scrimmages, you can try and make them as scrimmagey as you want. That's a word, right? I'm going to make it a word. But it's not a real game.
It's not a real game.
It's practice. Mm-hmm. And once you get out there, and it does, Edmonton. But I think here's the thing, and I kind of want to ask you on this, is that last year, Grayson beat Edmonton 43-0. You were the starting quarterback. Same thing, headed to Barron County the next week, and then a game got canceled because of COVID. And I think that was one of the most underrated portions, and I'm not sure if underrated is the right word, of the season last year, because the momentum that you had, you didn't get to carry over into the McLean game, which still won 49-30 or whatever. I know you had a night that night with 200 and 200, but how can this momentum of Edmonton move into next week against Barron?
It's really a confidence thing. They know how good they can be, and they can go up, look at the things they need to shore up. And Barron runs a similar scheme to what Edmonton was supposed to run and what they did show. So they've been practicing this for almost 2 weeks now, and Barron will try to throw it. They'll get in 4 wide. So it's going to be like game planning against the same team on the defensive side of the ball for 2 straight weeks.
And that's a good thing. You can move that forward and have an opportunity. It's going to be a little weird, where you're going to be playing, again, that game's scheduled at 8 o'clock next week. If it starts at 8 o'clock, I'd be shocked. Especially the first game starts at 6. There's no way. There's just no way that it starts at 6 o'clock. It starts at 8 o'clock. I would presume your earliest kickoff will be 8:30 next week from Barron County. I think that's probably your safe bet of the earliest kickoff. I wouldn't be shocked if it's more like 9 o'clock that we're going to be kicking off. So we'll be in like the first quarter right now this time next week, which will be just great. But we invite you, of course, to join us next week as Grayson County makes the trip to Barron County. Again, 8 o'clock is the scheduled kickoff. It'll be right here. Wherever you're watching or listening, we'll be right here back with you again next week. Kaylor, I appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
Good job on the first time, and we look forward to next week. That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. I want to thank our crew for tonight, as your camera operator was Alex Cook and your director was Chase Blaine. So on a night where Grayson County wins the Tobacco Bowl for the 4th straight time and picks up a 33-12 win against Edmonson County. For my partner, Kaylor Decker, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.